using their media platforms like the BBC, the CNN, the Sky News, and all those things. They don't want Africans to top in anything. No. So we must be very careful. I mean, if you look at his background, TB Joshua's background, you know, in the documentary, you can see they have shown his humble beginning. They've shown where he came from. You know, I mean, I think that's why he was so humble, man. Like, look at the way he was cleaning those toilets for the church. For 3 years, he was cleaning the toilet. I mean, if you look at everything, you can't compare TB Joshua with papas, the so-called papas. Those papas, some of the papas, we don't even know where they come from. They just wake up and mushroom from nowhere,
Brown, right?
And they're there, people,
right, Savo?
whatever it is.
I say I came on the right time.
You can see the background, the history.
Conversation with you, I need all you guys.
Why would they come and do this documentary now and accuse him of the couch and all those things? Why? I mean, we should take time to, even us, before we believe in some news or some things. We must use our common sense. We must read between lines, because I mean, they've literally shown you where he's coming from. Say he came from nothing, and God lifted him, and you can see the grace of God upon this man. You can see God on this man, upon this man's life. You know, like, from a very humble background. I mean, I was watching a video. He's cleaning toilets for his congregants. Man, how many men of God do that? How many men of God do that? Go and clean the toilets.
And then you clean
the toilets. There's a small community of people, you know, and you can see that God can use such a person, because God uses the humble people. God uses humble people. That's why God used that man, because of the humility. I mean, if you look at Jesus is a product of humility. God uses people that are humble. God, you know, God lifts the humble. Even the Bible says that God lifts the.
Abusia mechi bibia mechi awdi mu oten mechi amu hie guys. And then ye bedi nkomo na nkomo na bedi sensitive, so many things, you know, involve this kind of conversation, and ye bedi have on. Aye. And then nkomo na mood ye papa. Unyina amati TB Joshua documentary na BBC for a release, you know. Nipa bebre question no say why now? Nipa no say wonti menyi ne ho anu nti na modest answer nsem we nyina ba na answer den. And I say, what was the purpose? What was the purpose? Inti no the documentary ni so no how courtesan not were here, and like different lifestyles, like the disciples, so many different levels. Now you be play through the videos, then hey, we leave it for the viewers. Yeah, the amubias will be amra now, because this is, and I'm saying this conversation, you know, involves so many, you know, ladies, and that was the target, because a many be say, oh, why abortion 3 times through the pastor, no, to say stories over stories. The panels were free move how long in year? Since 2021, I stand to be corrected, 2 years ago. And now 3 years moon year queen. And BBC for releasing this kind of story now. Tia many public aye buha. You have to go through the videos, maybe highlights most of them, and you will go through. Documentary now, if we release here, no. BBC for release ye.
They are the easy people to manipulate, especially unmarried people. Especially unmarried young people.
I was 17 years old. I got my A-level results while I was in Nigeria, but I couldn't care less about them. I wanted to be like Jesus. I wanted to be like TB Joshua.
I wish I could have that connection with God. I wanted to be like him.
He said, tell them that they should be missionary for the synagogue. You stay here 3 months, you become like TB Joshua.
Let me tell you, he's going to open branches in UK, in America, and everywhere. He's not going to send us to go there. You are the best sender, you go there. Make them begin to crave to be disciples. Begin to surrender their lives to Joshua.
When Rachel came, Rachel was behaving like a boy, walking like a boy. He said, that girl, why don't you ask her to stay here?
Yes.
And she was happy.
Bisola recruited me. My bags were pulled out of the truck. My friend was put on the plane. My parents collected her at Heathrow. She was basically crying like, Ray's not coming back. She's like, stay there.
No, see no a young cry no call Nigeria because even now you trying to define who she is. I that's why a bear man now or your mumba no trying to define say or a lesbian and also when you gay and no cry with him. It Emra no share the parents also was Christian family and I almost started so almost share almost believe in TB Joshua also started to worship. Then he decided to say you make this journey to go and get help and figure out the life. So everybody telling
Nigerian sister came to me and said, TB Joshua wants to meet you. There was an urgency there. No, you have to come out. You have to come out. And when I entered, the Nigerian sister kind of pushed me to kneel down. And immediately TB Joshua said, God's told me you're going to stay. You're meant to be here. You're going to stay with me forever.
Oh, they are well treated here, like kings and princes. Feeding is free. Accommodation is free.
We were living on site in the church. When you live at the compound, you don't leave the compound. There's armed men at the gate with guns. There's a wall, there's barbed fencing. The windows are blacked out. The stairs were concrete.
Building a collapse, back then, that building was seven worker because near 5-story buildings at the top of the horn and TB Joshua at horn or war. The wife empty hobby. Wife any that building him. Or none any disciples on Kwan and disciples you can hear some of the stories even like a mama a bida washroom. It's like crazy story and leaving up people so much question. I'm for say why now? They say nipa no timi ntina question say sanko fo yi so a witnesses ya no mo ye adwuma ma na bi mu free ho na bi mu free ho da wo. Inti time and even what tiase no kra no about what most of them were saying say not nobody believed them because nipa na ni dealing he's so powerful to the point that presidents kra and sasha nenum because mo guys down the building that 5-story buildings they collapse say they call court over and over and over and over Fuku and see even before I call court those disciples was sent to some of the members now maybe was South Africa, Zimbabwe, all over the world to talk to the family and give them money. Some families did not take it, some of them take it. Said there be a dientina building a collapse here, you bush your full woman, ye pay answers more started this and a pushying. So some of them anti, then they end up going through court. Now, almost according to documentary, you know, the nine kukurumutikure and see court to her because that's how powerful he is. And some of the disciples and our sisters now they in the house, you know, omunya mutiti ya womuko you know, kaish. According to them, he had them. Some of them Lady Bakwa or that middle picture, no, the second row in the middle, no, or no crowd will be P. Ghana. This is how crazy. I draw YouTube greetings. This is how crazy the story is. Young Twassum.
Walls of concrete. It felt like a labyrinth. You're told never to leave. You could get killed. You could get attacked. The outside of the compound is terrifying.
The disciples were a group of about 100 at a time from Nigeria, from the UK, from America, and usually quite young people. When I had this opportunity, I was like, this is what I've been looking for. This is a prophet who has been called by God. God speaks to him directly. He'll be able to guide me in how I can live my life.
There were a male dormitory and a female dormitory.
There was a culture of like nakedness in the room. It was good to be body positive and not have my clothes on.
Just being completely naked in the female dorm room, my mind instantly went to Adam and Eve. I immediately thought, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I got taken by 2 women and they stripped me naked. And they pushed me in a shower and turned the water on. And I remember saying something along the lines of, I can do it. And they were like, no, we're your sisters now. We're here to do this for you.
I didn't really know anyone's last name, really their age. I was Sister Kara.
I was Sister Annika. That was immediately encouraged to see each other as family.
You can be tempted by your friends, father, mother, sisters. The kind of friend you are having, they are the one leading you to do evil.
We try to persuade them to willingly separate from their people, to willingly stop that constant communication with their homes.
On their first row,
you couldn't contact
on a corner, no.
side. I didn't have my own cell phone. We didn't have really access to our own personal email. We didn't have our passports. They held them for us.
Wow.
Say my past is over. Your past is over now.
It's pretty much, you know, according to disciples, you know, they were kind of a slavery way be, hostage be. About all of them working in the compound, so I'm soon to mean peace, all guarded, armed. What you see? And all the man is so more holding in young from up going like 17 and up.
People have in this world, you have to cut them off. He makes sure you do that. You have no other family. Your family is TB Joshua.
Jesus used to say to his disciples, leave your father and mother and join me. That's what we had all done. We had left our families.
I suggest to any mums and dads out there who've got kids like mine, bring them to the Synagogue Church of All Nations and let the Lord move in them.
When I first arrived, it was only a couple of days that I started hearing disciples calling him Daddy.
We all called him Daddy. Everybody called him Daddy.
He tried to like look after us and, you know, we would all call him Daddy. I thought it was a bit odd, but I brushed it aside. You know, I dismissed it.
Because you may be a different series, what you say, you know. You're born a tougher kid where be now a man for so them some any ideas and a story and how I believe the story, know if it's the story is true and ourselves it's made up, or because most of people know ABR, Omunim, BBC and CNN. Not every story they bring it out now is true. What you see? Special CNN, you know, as I say, yeah, no woman at here. You know, we know how they do their things. Well, a lot of people said be back home, a lot of them will believe everything maybe CNN put up or BBC put up. And you know, who knows, but according to this video, no, ladies now almost show proof upon proof over and over. Some of the ladies now are working in the back in the days. Some videos almost show your cries like 10 years old. They just say evidence. They just said these ladies were working there. What you see? It's ladies nipa na all the videos. There is a proof. If you watch from part 1 to part 3 now, there is proof. You can see every single person was working at the church. And I said, we disciple, and I said at the compound, and that's why we're part of it. So you can see it.
I can't really look back and say that my childhood was really happy. And he seemed to be really caring towards me and different.
Thanks for the invite.
Like a really warm and friendly guy.
He had like this office which had a cupboard in it, but I had a whole bunch of like imported sweets. And he kind of used these as like little treats for people, almost like we were kids.
He'd always sit on a swivel chair, and sometimes he'd push off the wall and go, wee! And everyone would go, oh, he's so silly. We'd revel in that. What silly daddy.
It's like you're in this kind of perpetual childhood state because he also treats.
So a man and crano be bia or who bia or a disciple be everybody call him daddy. And they want him say normal when you come to Ghanaian, even Ghana suffer for crime and for the same daddy papi, the same concept.
So you like a child. And he calls you a child.
It's crazy.
There was this kind of like regression that took place. Just like giggle like a kid and stuff. It was so strange.
I want to be just like Prophet Joshua.
Oh, you say you want to be just like Prophet Joshua. Glory to Jesus. Hallelujah.
I was 17, but I felt like a 12-year-old, like I was very young in terms of understanding of the world. I remember just feeling like I feel at home. Like I felt these kind of warm sensations.
It's just manipulation, just trying to manipulate them. That's exactly the way Joshua does it. Brainwash them with good words, with love.
Experience a new level in life.
My name is Rachel and I'm from the UK. And we are all here living in the Synagogue Church of All Nations as evangelists in training under our Father in the Lord, Senior Prophet T.B. Joshua.
He was really keen to use us on the videos to endorse him and to get the endorsement of the Western world.
And also the common or you sue according to Omom Kasai, especially Obana or third row at the bottom, none the again. Was and so they common, who him say nipa be year tuntum for the whereby Udi tuntum a year commercial and I say would need in front of your pulpit and no crowd won't sell. But at the moment ube sunipa Kokoa now needing Bejina way in him out be advert to the whole world, people believe Abrofunyina Abeba church because you usually on the concept now he doesn't want the concept, the church to just based on Ghana and Nigeria, no person be any shame to be any shame because that's the only way and also so the business marketing strategy it works everywhere. What you see? Made the story be bad because I same way. Back in 2020, I think 2021 or no 2020. Sometimes I'm on Facebook. And anytime I'm back on a BR like maybe I be a ma play a BR. I struggle a lot. To me be a concept be say okay, me now for abro for am no year juma no. Why don't say me no more Ghana no. Now when they get to the process now, they do it. Now me might stay back kind of behind it and do people work now and you almost play and a submission. It's so funny to the point that me submission it can take me 3 months, 2 months to get an interview for that person. But Brunini beti me akwa submission only play and abako. within less than a week. Because we'll catch them say or he need to take the player not with them within a week and a half. One in the bua I travel. TB Joshua concept abrofo and an announcement ni BBA adverts. The concept was good idea because we Brunina Wosha, wow, young Brunia will believe in miracle, Nim says, I'm same way, also, to also be traveling. They say on the video, people were traveling all over the world. Everybody coming, or branches, South Africa, everywhere. People were coming. 10-day good concept.
For joining us here at the Synagogue Church for Nations after a wonderful Sunday service.
I felt like we all had this truth. We felt that the world needed TB Joshua.
Can you tell us, what is your opinion of the man of God, Prophet TB Joshua? Have you seen
push them to go and interview so that people outside will see that, oh, synagogue is doing something new.
So
TB Joshua, he was happy. He was really happy.
Never doubted. He is the man of God.
He was just like a puppeteer.
All over TV.
And all the whole disciples were puppets. He had his strings.
What can you tell us about your experience here?
My experience has been awesome.
At the beginning, we all look really bad and like malnourished. Visitors started asking questions. So then it was like, well, you guys have to dress really well. We had to do all our makeup. We had to look good.
We know that you've just had the wonderful privilege to join us here at the Synagogue Church of All Nations on our Sunday service.
Whatever you know, whatever you think you are, no matter the degree you have, we have a system that will break you down.
Guys.
Being a disciple, you lived under a really strict set of rules.
Lord Jesus, tell me what I should do.
And this is normal. Said you're not Papa ne cannot see no matter what degree you could ta. Once and also the wow him say, Unya and touch church dear. You found no master say ukuta. You found one what you see. Once the man of God is in front of you, no. And yeah, I saw Obako from Kora. You know, on only concept, no, a mania brofuna and a nipo mobile church, or no matter what degree unya landing kwana ufili say and also when now bit me a support in the ministry, you become a disciple, and that disciple, wow, won't go back, you have a place to stay and live. What you see? Munina walk compound. Now compound on one so. And what swam ensue at the honina fish womb, just a boot to so and watch it chichichichimu like in the different stages, sir. Your baby was or could not say the like different kind of a temple be and a prayer like it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh. Give me your order.
If you came into any room and you didn't stand up, that would be considered an offense.
Yes.
We weren't allowed to read anything. We weren't allowed to watch movies.
You know, he would say what you should wear, what you shouldn't.
There was a law in the studio. If you want to go and pee, you have to stop by his office.
I promise to submit myself to all that you desire of me.
One of my jobs was writing articles for the church. He called me in and he said, "Where's the article? Have you not published it yet?"
He loves young ones.
Was TB Joshua? TB Joshua is bro.
Okay, so the amount of things that is said about.
It is a story now, but no pabebre. A man for Tias DNT na story neighbor now. If you say why now, Bim see at day, Nipan won't mean in one on as they say ye be good any masiana. What you see? But we share documentary now. They say every single lady and woman, they have a video of them in it.
My dad, he had fear. He had fear, constant fear. He was very afraid that someone would speak up, could turn around and make him.
So all the speak up, Nina started with, I think was a stepdaughter. nenye the real father ne TB Joshua. I believe the wife ended in be worry. Na ono ene de ono na sisi o kasano ono na started speaking up in front of him, like go straight at him, say why say warrior this to her, and then he said it in front of it, and all the girls, most of them start realizing, oh yes, so yeah, the be yes no be na no kan ya no ya lock in the room almost 3 months. It's great. It's like you're locking in the room almost 3 months. I said this was now it's first time more people has come. Yes, but on the confront no. What you say, because before Asana sa white lady ba kono be confront no Emma sa lady ne live no. Na ne bana confront na me lock no first.
Answer to those things that he had done.
TB Joshua asked me to find virgins for him to bring young girls into disciple fold.
So lady we see a lady I know all run on also decided so live on ye see no shoot to the kemu or so corner robe anywhere until she end up running to Ghana. That lady way.
Doctor here. You are not a pastor, but you call yourself pastor.
14 years.
Because you use evil power.
The world needs to be awakened to the truth of who TB Joshua was.
In the midnight, this person will be called into his bedroom so that he could disvirgin them. When
into all the ladies singing in Anna no more honor, and you may so to one out phone a ring it. Clang, not your muscle. Oh, fire, you say. Come up. Now, call. Who could draw whatever goes on now goes on. But I remember now no more a was honor no dear. Say, ain't he almost will be about na TV will be the TV ni so louder. Say almost so outside the door ne chi. Say adena and another room adena papa open TV ni so loud sir. And then no makwaku picky to see at the bottom of the door no. Then they can see, say, a female be leg or dropping clothes, whatever the story is. You know, the one who say, maybe you're doing the natata.
But we did the actual work, you know.
He had a grand plan. Not all disciples knew what was happening.
My question is,
it was a secret. He told me personally, when you remember what these white people did to our forefathers,
can they go
taught him
and sue the family?
That whatever it will take him, say the whites, that he will bring them here. He will make sure that he will enslave them, that they will serve him.
I was there in that meeting. He wants to use white people to be his slaves. Westerners, they enslaved his forefathers. So he himself now will enslave them. He said it loud and clear.
That was one of the motivation factors in him. He said, "Gomo,
it is our man ya waka say, on only the main manner any miracle be a cosubiano, or on an essay, on an ebia, woman ebia. Bibia. Also, so in an teacher ye papa. On also so decided so walk. Kaish. His life were at a wreck still. Because all the thing would him every secret be.
That's I will teach them lesson. I will show them.
TB Joshua wanted to write history for himself. He wanted them to serve him. He wants to rule over them.
And my brother, he did it. A disciple of TB Joshua is a slave to TB Joshua.
I was a disciple of TB Joshua for 10 years, from 2001 to 2010.
I stayed in that place till 2013. So what's that, 12, 13 years that I was there, in Lagos.
I was 16 or maybe even 15 when I first visited, and then I stayed for 14 years.
It was a psychological prison. We all thought we were in heaven, but we were in hell, and in hell, terrible things happen.
Our black disciples, they suffered so much. He beat you without mercy.
You thought you were in the safest place in the world, and you were in the most dangerous.
It is time for healing.
Either is Satan or is God.
I am the supreme commander.
The whole thing is fake. Totally faked.
Yes. No man can satisfy you.
It's true, men of God.
TB Joshua asked me to find virgins for him.
Each time they would say, Daddy's calling you. The bottom line is you'd have to go there.
I thought I will take what he did to me to the grave.
Just drive now. Go.
A lot of Nigerians say there be BBC 4% go many months into almost There's some of these families is also about to take action to go against the family. It's gonna be crazy. So it looks like it's a story where will not end soon.
The God I was introduced to is evil. This is the same God that would sleep with us. This is the same God that would beat us up. You have no idea of what I went through. Everybody wanted the privilege to meet this big giant called TB Joshua.
Nothing is as strong as love. I love you.
The first time I met him, he looked loving. Not knowing that behind that was a sadist, a psychopath.
There was a system in there that he used to abuse these women. He's the one that crafted the building of his apartment. The whole building was just designed to keep secret. I call a lady, Prophet wants to see you. He will tell you the specific staircase that this person should come.
I felt like there was a beast, like this beast. I was screaming and he was whispering in my ear that you should stop acting like a baby.
He kept forcing himself on me. He assured me the more I made him happy, God will be happy with me.
You know it. You skip your first period, you skip your second period, and you have to talk.
If any of us got pregnant, we have to do something about it.
I witnessed a lot of abortions. They started doing it inside the synagogue.
You'd be taken to this clinic of his.
It could have killed us. I never had a choice whether I could keep a potential child or not.
I had 3 abortions at the synagogue.
I wanted to be connected to...
Going back to the situation now, they say inside the synagogue there is a small clinic, and there's a clinic in there because remember, there's a building there, 5-story buildings, people live there, are disciples. When anybody gets sick now, everything has to be planned. Food, hospitals here, all these people know all this time, so when you're mad, and now when you get pregnant now, instead of taking you out outside, inside the synagogue, doctor will hold your baby, what you say, and your baby free honor. And was honor lady.
I never had a choice whether I could keep a potential child or not.
I had 3 abortions at the synagogue.
Barbara.
I wanted to be connected to God. That's why I stayed there. That's why I keep trying my very best.
This woman, because most of them I have went through a lot.
What this man preach every Sunday.
I went through a lot.
Topics about love and about mercy. It felt very strange coming from his lips. I stared myself in the mirror a lot of the times, and maybe I do look like him, maybe. For as long as I can remember, I have been raised as TB Joshua's daughter.
I knew the child, Ajoke, right from birth.
She's his actual daughter, his biological daughter, with another woman outside of wedlock.
He doesn't seem to like her very much. She was like kind of labeled the black sheep of the family.
I was in primary school, was made to move to the disciples' room. I didn't volunteer to be a disciple, I was made to join.
Ajoke grew inside the synagogue, like an outcast.
I think he wanted to keep her a secret. I don't think he wanted anyone to know who she was. The message about Ajoke was that she had terrible evil spirits that needed to be driven out. There was a time in the disciples' meetings, he said that people could beat her. Anyone in the female dormitory could just hit her, and I saw people just walking in, just slapping her as they walked past.
Ajoke, little thing, you see somebody slap her.
There was a particular time that
the stepdaughter no ne kind of wants some. What you see, because he put in people's head say, oh no, there's a demon and a spirit. Lizzie, greetings, YouTube. Demons will be working on her, and you know, who critique kind of a time be on the disciples, so not for them to see say she's now correct. Fabe, YouTube, greetings. When you're correct, or no nana make us say, or no dear, you speak up. Or no one daughter, or no one stepdaughter, or no so and then that's why you be crazy. So no the status workers and on the no crack on penny bar according to the omoke. The nim cream bar. It mean law con with them for 3 months, 2 months straight.
I was very tired. I'd slept a little bit too much.
So he started like shouting at her to get up, to get up, to get up. And there was another like disciple there who basically took her and took her to the shower and whipped her with an electrical cord and then turned the hot water on.
Put my head right on the hot water. I was screaming on top of my voice. I just let the water run on my head for a very long time. We're talking about years and years of abuse, consistent abuse that wasn't ending.
He hated her, and he punished her for being born. Her existence was probably the biggest threat to his reputation.
I couldn't even have an identity. That kind of pain cannot be put into words.
Wow.
I feel like, you know, maybe I really don't deserve to be alive.
What's her fault? What has that girl done? It pains me. She was still very young that time. Can you imagine how heartless we were?
Things like that.
Yes.
It's scary to talk about. It's really shameful. Like that I witnessed that and I didn't do anything to help her.
Oh my goodness. She must, I don't know what she thought about the rest of us.
The disciples were both brainwashed and enablers.
When you say disciples,
everybody was just acting based on commands like zombies. Nobody was questioning anything. Beyond fanatics. Where does your conscience come? How far can your conscience go without some form of accountability, without some form of truth? How far?
I think what's really hard to understand, even for myself, is how you can have someone who's sitting here with a sound mind now, narrating events that happened that are so atrocious. Didn't do anything to stop them. Why didn't you, Ray, stop what you know what was going on? Why didn't you stop it? It was a culture. We become numb to it. It was normal. You've got people abusing who are abused.
Yeah.
He took people who were good, caring, kind, lovely people, and he turned them into monsters.
So the people don't get used to like the
There was a time when Tibisha called me into his office and asked me, "Do you think I'm a monster?"
And you know, people know, especially disciples know. I say, yeah, they are the the disciples so na America no, a man in Mema. Now, a man the see cleaning pa, especially the 5th floor, because now person that was so 5th floor no honor. It's more than 5-star hotel. Like, anything, baby, clean, like clean, pop up a bit that washroom, you know. It's your man who disciples, and say, your friend say, and you may take cell phone ring, yeah, kaish, now did you make now call ya near cultural say, sit up, stand up, you are tired in the top. What about could you say? Like the first time on any year, no one experienced that before. No, or then it's getting for us was too discussed. Or yes, sir, or Castle Unja or say they be saying and Yakopo simple some you know, because no most of them were brainwashed. It you know, they see him as a god and it you know, nothing obey no question, ultimate question. And I also now catch the sisters, you know, or more. And my for now almost so at na hona cha o manyini o your from sisters and mpanyimfo no uko catch rom so almost abo no there's nothing men worry don't worry we'll solve it no makaka na assembly continue obi a kra bebo anu se kwa no tum if papa heard this is going to be in trouble also so persecha say woni ni benya asem kra.
What Joshua said to me about what he was doing to me was that he could see into my future, that I was going to lead a life of promiscuity, and that he had to do what he was doing for my salvation.
For salvation.
He was telling me that, you know, I'm your father and I'm delivering you.
Guys.
We went into his room and I stood there and he said, off your clothes. So I removed my clothes and then he just pointed. So I lied down and then he raped me. He broke my virginity. I was screaming and he was whispering in my ear that you should stop acting like a baby. Better shut up. You want to make noise? You want people to hear? I felt like there was a beast. Like this beast. I was 17 years old. I was underage.
When he come back from the service, he kept forcing himself on me. He assured me God was not upset. The more I made him happy, God will be happy with me.
Good, all right.
He grabbed me and he held me very close to him, and he literally then pushed me down to the bed and he got on me.
Wow.
I was still so shocked. I was still bleeding.
And I
he spit on the floor, and he held my hands and he looked straight into my eyes and said, I can see you are my child now. Don't betray me.
You were absolutely trapped because you were there for salvation, and he was the only one who could give you salvation. And I had told myself, no one else would ever.
Because you going for salvation, you have a huge problem, you don't know what to do with yourself. Itunya kwa na wo koso so wo believe in powers in the century and wo ye ni TV so because people see people coming from UK, Netherlands, everywhere, all over. Corner compound, you can see the video. The church is full of white people in Nigeria, Lagos. And then the church and so you say a small compound be a compound. A pussy CEOs in huge.
never want you. And there was no hope for you.
You can't even go anywhere.
And I just knew, you just tell yourself, oh, this is my life. I have no alternative.
Look, each time you'd be called, each time they would say, Daddy's calling you.
Gosh.
Hey, man. The bottom line is you'd have to go there. You would have to just put your feelings aside and just go there.
Look at the screen of your television right now.
Somebody who is housemaid impregnated this girl.
Oh, it's a boy that was helping me. He raped him and I reported
him. About rape. Nobody raped her. Okay, she's a tempter. That spirit of tempting is a rape. You hear her say she's blessed. So let's cast the spirit out of her. Okay?
It's your house, you know, not or ye a ubi parent and a baby in a baho. And all case, almost catch and say, Neban will be a repuno. And walk catch rom said, Debbie, to be a repuno. A spirit be an idea, every move, blah, 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 just say, nothing. When people say now, no bitty, whatever, or no feel like telling you, no, because an American, because everybody see him that time, the superior, and when you become that superior now, it's like the God. If you watch right beginning, the first part of the video now, part one, no, Abrofona and answer people who were describing him, they describe him as the next Jesus, the next God. What you say? Because when they said they see the miracles, the things was on TV now, it was crazy. So I knew my people started travel all over the world to come some beban in Asser. It yaha obeti say all catch parents and say
and there is no home for you. And I just knew, you just tell yourself, oh, this is my life. I have no alternative.
Look, each time you'd be called, each time they would say,
God, yes.
Daddy's calling you.
I don't know what to describe what was crazy.
Hey, man. The bottom line is you'd have to go there. You would have to just put your feelings aside and just go there.
Look at the screen of your television right now.
Yes.
Somebody who's housemaid.
I was here for one person for bit my friend. Why, yeah, twice you may na so na yen shedan check, Mr. Because when you be your series, so just here. You be mu ye pa. To what person of friend, yeah, JC, YouTube, or person friend that you can call him.
This girl.
Oh, it's a boy that was helping me. He raped him and I reported him.
About rape. Nobody raped her.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a tempter. That spirit of tempting is a rape. She's
a tempter.
You hear her say she's flesh. So let's cast the spirit out of her. Okay?
To be a rapuna parent in a
he was a sexual predator. He was a ritualist. TB Joshua asked me to find virgins for him, to bring young girls into disciple fold. In the midnight, this person will be called into his bedroom so that he could disvirgin them. When those girls come out, he usually take all the bed sheets and everything, he pack them and take them to the prayer mountain.
So, the prayer mountain, no, a place, as I said, the compound in a huge park, and one side you're full of like, I said, a pool, so water, kasia pie, and a ho, and a hono, watch it, chichichimu. Or baby, you the name say they are each one be to the prayer mountain. Yeah, one of the it's like as a patebini abobo. I honono What you see, you need permission to go there. Need those into on hono and what
it's very important for me to speak to the world. I am using it as a platform of confession. What I was doing there was against God.
I remember one day, TB Joshua, he called for me. He allowed me on the boat. We went so far.
I feel the name.
There was a prayer hut I had never seen before.
So in that room is our duty to make sure that we own a certain incense there. If he's going to enter there, that place must be filled with smoke.
We do normally have our meetings in the night. He trusts me with the assignment he's giving me.
It's just candles everywhere, pictures.
Take a note.
All the disciples' pictures, we pour it on the floor. His own picture is not there. His wife picture is not there. It's only the all the disciples' pictures, we pour it on the floor. His own picture is not there. His wife picture is not there. It's only the disciples.
What this man preach every Sunday?
Ne hono ni room and answer building ni room hono. Ukwa disciples no. Man pictures some pictures and kwan bobo. And I'm a kind of half a floor on, and the wife was not allowed to come there. What you see? The wife is not allowed to.
TB Joshua asked me to find virgins for him.
Or did you just learn?
JC, yes. Pacho wa person for my friend Pacho. Mon pin number no nya dey.
Could you tell me a little bit about
and to our YouTube
the fear about speaking out?
It was so hard to come out because when I
you find yourself doing prostitution, you find yourself fornicating, you find yourself doing every evil thing.
He created narratives about all of us. Oh, you know, this one's come, they've got a problem with men. Promiscuous.
In the church, her Lord must be delivered.
I was a virgin, so I didn't understand what this last thing was all about.
It was the worst decision I've ever made going there. I will never experience fear like it, ever.
Everybody wanted to know how he got his power, but the story was just like vapor.
There's a witch doctor here. You are not a pastor, but you call yourself pastor.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, Munkafra. Shoot, I'm on for a friend. I'm like, hey, Mofanchami. I don't know phone yamo. Patch out my friend back. Why? Mommy and friend, I'm for back. Hello? Oh. If I choose Janasu, gosh. I don't know the name for maybe. Hello? Monkafra, Busia. Madam. Patch outside.
You have to say, I won't know what you for.
Oh, yeah, Joseph.
Nah, me patcho programming. Papa, me patcho me kaka adena feina. Omo abakontin DDC me patcho.
Okay. What I understand, no, and say most of these people now, omo free in chain, and their life were a wrecks. What you say? Papanzu free more 2 years in here, and over 2 years in here. Enti
free in chance and
aye, most of them, right? Enti no omo free in chance so no, or tata omo a wash should be more near. And I remember say he was so powerful.
Yes.
Like presidency in answer session. What you say? He control. So enti no. My understanding now, this may be beside why now. Say untimi in one this asem what you say? And because he was so powerful and so you already know he has branches, Ghana, South Africa, everywhere, all over the world. But what you say? And speak up like this, your life is a Rex. Okay. And these people, this is what is who share video anymore. All of them were in the church. There's videos upon videos, proof of them are announcement. So many of them.
Okay. That is if on way more no. Then I feel the
Okay. So the question is in life or no? It's like you have to share your experience. No, be so the two edition and say it's kind of education. If I taught you see, because at the end, and I say torture no be a torture or no. One share and one kawasema. The usunu no people will know. And I just some now wokano uba unuebi abonti sunibi who hear the story and tisani kofono. And as asem we know, there is still churches are almost practicing this kind of things this time. Oma kampung kofua, guho, ntimi move, ntimi. Pajon, the same.
Some women, you know, my Africans.
Pajon say.
My Bible, my Africans.
Don't wanna. There be abrofu womb. Abrofu UK fu abrofu.
That abrofu free him for abrofu
white pa. Oh, we share documentary no. Any ko YouTube nyadaje. I say oko.
So much Jimmy.
Anya so much Jimmy. Tie. Omo no abrofu ni bi call ho no. They were maybe 17 years old. I said 17-year-old Brunia na small they and I say o ma me nyina ye Christopher. I'm using what you say na obaba call dasi ho na o she glasses no Bruni no. O say no we lesbian but she doesn't understand say she doesn't understand what tries to better ne ho ase. Enti no nim de oye ne ho enti no nim say okohu TB Joshua obab yes. He can help her to identify herself. Say you feel like so a lesbian, so many things. And then he went there, and then he ended up like because they see him as like superior to the God, like next to the God. And say Nipano, I said the can be OGD, Pachotias. And then they became their disciples. Okay, Montana na mon servo munye say because opeso yes or no opeso nya that powers because nyina hu ni TV so and then wonders are no that make people start going abrofo pa
ready and when timi enwane ama wo mukrum ama report wa ma feel
when we say brainwasher brainwash will be a untimi you can't do anything. What you say? You like when you lock or you lock. There's nothing I will be me adding. But your mom from back. With me adding. I hear anything about it. You know. Oh, me a sure so because I cost watch it. Some of these people left almost free in China even 10 years ago. 2013, He be free in 2011. But still no mean to me because he was alive. What you see? And he was that powerful, you know. Omun to me, emfa oma seven yeday, emetwabonting. Me pacha what you say? You know, documentary na kakrana yeah, no. Sana ye huno.
He too for.
Medasi. I was here for my friend man for back. So I tried saying.
Greetings,
oh, greetings.
Guys, I some drink count.
Oh, I some drink count. What line is it? Yes.
I'm saying, yesterday, you're back as not on Tinia, maybe I say. Oh, say, girl, you need about a car, baby, say. I'm saying, you're disciple, now, you're deliver. You do, say, you must set them, Mamma, your fat, and commando. Now, I'm banning your piano. Wait me up to say your piano can need a metal from our original. No, because you don't think straight. Also, manipulate you don't think straight. Now, I remember so many years ago, say, Lady Biba out. Say, TV goes, the sister, they are more for 60 B, man, not permit such a winner,
sir.
And one of us is our lady number out view. So we call you old. You change who got 13. The family in Nadia, my menu, I saw the year video. Some the cars are small crying in our block. Nice lady, one of the first person about out to Becca TV Joshua, yes, I know my way out. Why? Some of women are yes, I didn't know. Who tell you, Jimmy, or Jimmy? Yeah. I don't nice see when I say king because I know the spirit will be in your Juma.
Yes.
I'm also. Now, Buffalo, may you be an Ayakano. May you didn't come to be an Amuda because already the Yelan Casano. Why, Yana, dear, Yasofu, I want to take down a Yano, you didn't your man, no, we. What I say,
my neighbor Guni Kunimase. Who be a mesa?
You will go to Minka. Sabosum, maybe I needed princess, Jane, who can cry or what radio station. Also, Sir King, Sir Dragon, Muma, again, and Sir Becca say, me say, I say the uncle Sishi. Oh, so one year we are manipulate too. Me call yet. Me say, the only say. Only about down force a dear or that, or move, I know, beda. And see, one by your son, and let us a white general day, I be put into your back of your own crowd to be Kasa. Oh, background, which mean background, which means Diamond Quad, which mean Kasa. You can see a boss, I bet making up 20 baby, but who are you to say because you're in yes. I was some more than 1 to negative bonny dear, Yakas, who could I say, who could come Nipa, who couldn't know what any woman your moon. They say it, but there's nothing they can do because one. Yeah, mommy, power, sick. I saw him on our uncle. No, what do you mean? And a Bama was winning, said, oh, pet. A lady back was say, now say you dress it is Amelia, or dress it is a Muslim because one number you should push it to
aye. Your bagana, no.
Would they just imagine, say, by a Bianca before TV Joshua by the week. Now, Miss Sorry, Ghana, and I'm catching TV Joshua and Kadam require me actually.
So that's why I damn parent, godfather, and I'm a wa.
Why don't you godfather when you're missing in our?
Atija.
Come here to me. Because who is discriminating your person. You will go character, assassination of character. And I say, well, given, can see a better go to you and only your court to Mammy and you can't hear Juma. Sabu say a bugu, the Daniel bugu, they just shut it up.
Yeah. And what the best share terrorists, remember?
What the best terrorists? What the terrorists emergency bia helicopter way ya antise we helicopter no kwa na wo ade no we never saw say a JD bia gum and so na ya architecture a friend say mistake and go from only the bold ones were the ones that were able to say he used that as a sacrifice.
Yes.
But I never say okasa a dini a yini na na vom. Can let be no ya juma bank na madam for no. Me say Kyo aso me say me na me kese mi ko me bona pesa me ko ho. One invitation ko na me nya ko ho no.
Wow.
Ye dimi da waiting list ko be 6 months. Aso ye kan the sami yan ko no.
Oh yeah.
They have to invite you.
Wow.
I'm so to Mr. I'm so control spirit. I control spirit.
And now you're old as so on pet.
I saw something and so I say, I'm so good one arm, me information quite so we need an idea or something and pet. I'm so bad, a millionaire. I will give it out as a kind that young ones and vulnerable ones, because me that I make me a married mother with it when you say, as a married woman with a grown up children, because time and I may make over 18, when in their 20s, and when you say your husband is there, your kids were there, they will be sort of trying to get into my over 8.
Hey, right.
Me still by 6 months.
Wow.
Emma also know what maybe over friend or BB water something water be bottle be me buone na now you tell dollars so yeah be me
really?
Just aso but I will be on the here that thing just like you know.
Wow.
So we go na obenya die. Obenya die no obenya you know.
Rice for holy water.
Holy water. That is not friend holy water. No, special baby are not the friend. Baby water, I'm not finishing. Maybe say no me kono, no me say me girl me na echo. Enti no. We decided to say yakwa me ko that's how we dormitory no because me I hear enti. Enti no say me cost no for 6 days na year kono. I was looking at $10,000 and I was trying to pay.
And they said it on the documentary, no so okay. Sir, the way price I will charge it to stay there, no 5-star hotels so crowd don't charge like that.
It comes with like your food and everything, no. And look at it, this was 2 in a room. There's a many girl who was paying and I was paying.
Wow.
You were trying to say accommodation in there. It doesn't come with air ticket. How we get there, they don't care. And when they say you took ticket, you catch them to come on the fire to airport. And what's it? The ball, me, I say, you I don't know Ghana, American girl, free Ghana, and I didn't man of me, Giga and Bushu, and some back. And to me, back on girl, no, a I said, girl, no, and maybe son, I want to make us me empty a Coreno because I don't know a young girl.
Wow.
Well, but we will need to cook a dog or your TV, we will not know, so they can't take SCTV, no, so some day they be a manual TV, no one let me see. It's a TV just like a manual TV, I was supposed to have a focal TV in Cameroon.
And then this is 24 hours.
Make us wrong.
Mr.
That dear, unicorn will Ghana me GBC me home na me esi.
Hey, me ma me cry the only or show off.
Sure. Asa me na make you, me see na me na jeme. Na girl you come by after me busa Julia. Na wo tutu papa so. Na wo ye dia onu se kwa wari wa sam ni kuna wa so se kwa be ma ni jai no.
Wow.
One ba no tutu papa so. One can hear be, and one can hear be, and obi say introducing woman be. Emma, me no woman so the new situation of park. Na woman never catch me say. We see another doctor make us some woman went to shop or one other they say, are you really like infused here? They say we really infused the store, but when them say they don't catch my sister. No baby, don't worry about it. Now maybe you might or might not believe me, now for sure not your call yet. They took her to some room be our sinner as a like basically a skeleton body Edgar. Yet you have bought a debit to Sabuba, who said the same kind of to say, slab be na the end of so. And I have bought candles, I keep telling no, that place is not really good. Some woman in the detail me. Wherever she is, Some woman may be tell me, and look, Crampono. No, my son, my yet to me, catch a madam for no man, Woman, I can't me quack or cut on the one to meet you, lady. And I can't come in the Cosian on the way of one year fucking loaded, or by the Siapa, fucking loaded your 40
Sir.
And a woman cut off a say, name up. Charles said, any I we are so will be an escape. Now, put on this and you will be a honor, said you would be, I will bring you a and I will also a spirit to a form to riot that channel. What is a woman here, one of those people? Nika, Kranami, and the theatre, I saw my sister papa would die being a young son. If you have a for me, Kwamikonia, a incident, on the so almost said, I say, Papa, with mammy. Diana is fun who be an egg. This is another fun who are name yet. Tis a woman in a cut and no one in the machine take care, you pan a cutting of the sister. Or you know, and Yoma, a book of Gubagim, the stickers, the Jebba, they see what you want, what they, or you different types, you be away, or Mamuto, you be, or your TV, or your idea to say. Meaning, idea was saying, who fear fire altar. Who I need to be rabbi.
Hey.
What force? I saw what more of that someone talk. There was some 24th.
And also so now, it take you time to get that chance to go there. Did you ever tell me be what you
say? Because you see the thing is, I said, oh, so what accumulated son of money now, and son, you get to see her 101. Now, Julika send it to me. Girl, you can't, I'm saying, then that must be it. Okay, say, I'm not doing the whole side, be about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, here, that's what Papa person who didn't come up.
Guys.
No, go forward or see the doing the 1-on-1. And to the documentary, I'm thinking that Julie Papa went to Yankasi. And yes, Papa was say so.
Intimo old story, how long ago?
I thought this was give and take 8 or 9 years ago or something like that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And to the same, I'm saying no, and you're not just a gay or Papa was say so. Listening to a lady or moon and what you see me because of by and I said, I make a piano. Oh, so be on deep.
Wako baby about Kubedia dance a plan encourage you for you to go.
I didn't want to make any year. You see, Papa to say, oh, no, Casanoma. What's it? Again, what has to do? Well, no, come on, Samana, or so a woman I know, Busa will say, oh, dear, or come on, some, no, I hear you, the number crowd, or so, but for a minute. No, what tell you subject, you know?
Oh, Nana, good morning.
You mean, the family said, I was a bit pissed off at her after that time because he Joshua, who's the young couple, on
the next person.
The family said, oh no, you know, a jealousy. Just on no baby, but a name like you, who say Yaporeno. I can test that in your general discussion, who say Yaporeno.
Gosh.
After now, you know, say, I'm at 2 o'clock. Come on, a dear consultation, again, and I just said, what is a 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock? You've been your name, money, a cat, and say, I'm freshen up now. Daddy wants to talk to you now. And you ever found a boy. Now, Ghana Americans were your beautiful girl and you said to Pana Coca-Cola. They see a Coleno.
Hey, Coca-Cola body.
Yes, Yapolino.
Wow.
Yapolino. Young girl, not a young girl. Like, no, I'm a banker. And I had the father, I saw whom your own auntie, near the father from the name of Marbury. And you had the father from the auntie. One may catch him so a year, you or name of meals and the auntie or Marco or Danny a year, but for Muko in a good name and then to say nothing or not so and she had a connect to say, you're booking, no, this is 6 months and I young go. You're free and put your business away, why.
Wow.
It doesn't bother me. I even tried going through the synagogue in I'm so many times I did. And Colana, if for now, Omuja, I don't why shall I pay the so? Only one.
Wow.
What Ghana synagogue, one car, one yet. The some jars a children and then a numo. What Catana who got 6 no, she said, I just after one after my young and yet, let's see a quiet every day. And so we are quiet, to say your consent, then I'm in Saint Lenny, maybe I know why. ni na ya wa brabo ni na ya se wa betinka nyame asam na awade na ebetutu anam asi me si de oboso hu wo wi ase bia no wo servadi a obeyi wo da yesu matro enya de ya wa brabo so what's not brabo yemu like we say everything that is in this world is to do with love. That is what gets you closer to God, because when you love somebody you don't lie about them, when you love somebody you don't steal from them, when you like somebody you don't talk bad about them, you don't talk shit about them. When you love that is that is the major thing, love.
Clean heart.
That is why Christ came with love as a big sacrifice. And maybe and your papa ya would say will be because who do be a yes and who can waka ubabua no betini ababua. It all comes back so meaning na eyodo. And you know where you are to my say yes to soon tinchini. Yes to soon tinchini. So for bia who call and say 2 minutes bia the test come and never way mama. And they say now why you near makasha I know your first your first warning. Emma but that na mean so as I'm missing the back of your story to know my young we have someone in your my
crazy.
Sometimes we say, sir, and I mean you, then I mean two more. Somebody may obey me call baby. Say, I suffer. Me see when I mean who? Christmas did one of. Because I post when they tell comforted album from me also more men. I don't. They better not in the Coco, but then we call you minimum, so prove it to me. Because I woman come to see a pa. I saw me see a joke. Diane will say, and Catholic can now show you the phone. It's another story about the Mary. Me, so your call, yeah. Or give me to the priority. I'm a friend. Okay, so I spiritual leader to a dear. My friend, I know from the son that any idea to my friend. Say, now me no can say in a paper from a number, the mean to today. I thought before this number, friend, or picking up in the voice, but putting on the official.
I did that.
What was I? Because the way I saw him in the dream in the most compromising way, and if there be a spirit go round, I don't know.
That's why agro. What don't you save from you also for you TB or?
Indirectly, me see now manu. Say, nyami define personally. Me see now me kasa mafu da ye be 2 or 3 times about papa. But I was Diana, not me stupidness. I tell myself and say, oh, they don't papa way when I the person community. I said they papa in a negative way. Say they Yamu Uncle. Yamu or Papa Catafio, Yamu will be a capa. Then they me a dream of they are because me Joseph Amsam more. Me a dream of let me say, hey, send me papa who said they soon in the bank. If you only would say, I'm sure they say, if you want a manual, let me see if you all make a stickers, maybe the boy, baby. One of me stickers in India. Me see the same thing with Mopa. Me don't be a Mopa. Me call when you now stickers. Me tell your mother what I want.
Wow.
Me see the get, me see a get about Mopa. Me can't key holder Mopa. Me get Mopa. Me, hey. Mopa is such a time I got Ghana. Me see the first time I call commercial sports schedule. I was part of the first people I call. So, yeah, and I do by 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. And I suddenly got 39 o'clock. Would you just imagine?
Hey.
No, I told me cut so I took. Or quite blankets is at 2 o'clock and I drove or by the flat. Because I had my daughter back to be calm, you 2 car. Every nam a quasso, some of us a quack and I did the shoe. You did kaka do a blankets, air park here. And look, I never been parked. You have to tell you. Evotic box boga many social me dey ko play seminia na me say ni mo me ma me wu me papa wu say dey go na na egie on timi aso nesa me hotire mi o say dey na na me pe wo wi ase kwa ka time na me wan dey kwa na me te because ata mo bi me ma ba go try be bo me play wi ye so ya ka to see u say u fi aba ifo to bo ho bai what
guys
aso what
who protect you?
What they are doing, say, young Cassa. I told me, now, if I'm not coming to commission, me accumulate everything that I've accumulated, and I'm accumulating, you know. What's I'm an old from you? I'm saying, why, you know, why you what to say. You see, the buying hasn't yet. The mom, like my mighty me out for school, boy, a degree, I can see, the baby a me ndra me bomb pa ye say awade my education level no standard that den ndru no ma me mentom say o ma twom kra ma na bro so kra ma afi de me kwa me ka say oh what would they say?
Yeah.
They are married, they have their wonderful family. But I've been blessed. Everything that I want, I can get. Me whole me. What I say, we never did that free. We were selling media, me did some how far. All the need to hey, look at the beginning and me was a life for crown. Say the buy a pin in our compass will be any so. If it's a minute, ya beje me cousin you look say dia titi ni fie compound kwa yedi kobubu me makola what me say every 3 days I saw them na fake yo every 3 days I got them say new works into okoto spray me man is 200 with 200 in my the best 3 days of support this I got them say me man go see 15,000 on cancel the tika 10,000 I'm to 10,000 I bet 200 Ghana when me okoto spray
for one
oh that's your boo oh, every month every month the light bill what is the point? The money you know me with the bed reaction ya me tell me woman you go krum ha one mo kra no mo kaka ye mo kra na tete they me no can they don't even give a shit. They don't even give a shit. All that.
Wow.
Because they have their own life. Why is going to come to me catch them pet? You should do something about it if you want to give it up. Say I know me catch them. I'm on that. If you have brain who class I day, me and me who be so I say ben you know no project die kaka so no kaka say me na me ya fire apartment and I say you 3 bedrooms cozy one be na one because we die kaka so open house help and the house help you woman e ko fan ko from my be ko woman e ko fan ko from my be yo niama and the house help no the oma ba no no so so no Obi mami 85 years me house help akofan ko fam mo be gu mami ni kom and rexy I am saying December ye almost again
ai me te story no
ai me mo America di sika be $6,000 you know wa sha no ho abu mami ni kom gane person tese na wanda ho wante ya dia bu no after na wa tese oni boys bi na saka wa fo oni da bi boys no some bullshit story bi oku mami ni ngwase wo kwa how simple. Now this is my man got to the big all this come. No. Like a big house. And you know, I saw me one more baby no. Yes, I say yes, and no a dog. Well, so PM now show a brother, Miss Radi on what they are going to say in Nakatamaso. I somehow go to the wood, so the way of Bonnie said the other guy some 51, and some Boniface Boniface. What kind of some 51 we are the Academia Raditenta. For the Yama. On Yama, that means it's not the right time. At the right time, not an appropriate time, no. Yankupo Bayama. You don't, yes, sometimes we have spiritual father, the bishop, guidelines, the Anasi, the but say, but now, sorry. The Galibian Galo, and your bullshit, and your bullshit. Talking to me, Captain, no, Obacono to table, no, did it. I shall be a walk up with some women in the same category, women in our dear pay. Submitting your show, I knew that it was money from Sister Catherine, but me even still, my magic class, and I'm magic and Tantawan, because, hey, take it to Atamils, we all know Atamils was very religious. So how didn't Atamils see all this? Oh, profile and a profile. So you put yourself in cophobia, yoga, experience in the idea. But this is coming from the hospital, so no animal. Or no any to make the daughter. I will not test to say, Acolano crowd confronting a manapama.
Yeah.
So the person was really gay, not the apple. When you say about the woman, he was very sick. He was very sick. I'm saying when you cancer, this sort of crocodile, and so no person. But also, he reduced weight drastically.
Every week be out or sorry or can you want some every month be or come want some.
According to even before he died, the number 4 year rumor saying Uncle Pobetia, I can't say the Senator. And James enemy who said, and said Dr. Catherine said there is nothing he can do. There are money some setting date to be into the
Lord, these Mimisa Obi, Wakam will be a driver.
I saw the menu. Hey, I want to go on the menu. Hey, menu. So, me menu. Nami kwa sanga dina ya na omukwa. Omuti bi kacho se toye ne dia. Maybe sasa de tina me toye na so ni masama de bai. Me ku ko dia tine ni apam mi o aso. Me so na me ko bi a wo me so. Me ko dia tine ya ni apam me. Me ka se na me se da ri ante ka. Sir, me ko dia tine ni apam me. Obi to me ko le da yi o kenke ko bu se bia wo kan ya no me dia tine ni apam me aka to so de wo ya tine fo wo de pie ni apam ya pam me ta. Me ko dia tine ni apam me. Ah no, me dia tine ni apam me. Because me what you know so what you don't tell me. The fact is that we feel in Bible can catch me no any. If you have so Jamaica me this year, you can say also because this is not the first time Obi Ababonti. I'm saying maybe girl this from South Africa. Yes. Or the recording by it. I said okay. Girl big day, the recording be by a TV Joshua catch and say, but you know my voice. Can't you hear my voice? That is TV Joshua. And again, I said, but why do you want to buy a ticket for me to come to synagogue and do what? Okay, I want to see you special. I don't remember Samukaya a few years back. And my mom said, girl, when I said that I record, no getting a demon. South Africa to man so so madi no mo du tlam so say na nkoko pa ko bane ta na ga no e record no
ta for e bura wa
na nya maso ai ta na ga no record no e ba ye enti da mas mi to ba ko sa bo so they don't lie and we must say bi mo o mo fault today but these women are in pain. I say it was like a relief would be for them to bring all this out, you know. Hello, Mabeka. The dynamic say, we are near money if you are near moving within 4 victims to where your woman or mommy or better was in the bear way. The bear will a life shorten. The banner will oh, for what? And budget. For what?
Very sad.
Oh, I saw it's okay. You will be uncle to talk and fancy because you have a cost down, and you know, who knows?
That's it. That's it.
That's what my uncle will be ready.
Okay, all right. Bye bye.
I am now.
I know. Oh, of course. Papa.
Yeah. Now we have 20%. Now Bibia come.
Bibia.
Bibia yeah, for them quite a genuine. We don't catch yeah, for the church of beef. Yeah, for them quite a genuine. You do your first consultation fee now. Now I can't fear before the actual. We are now no better to talk. We are now called baby. Yeah, my baby, one couple baby that in person.
That's it.
As a mamma go to me. It's a bye.
Hey, Brian, my throwback, so. My throwback is here. I'm in Fred, who say Joseph, my throw be back. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Kasa with you.
You called me at a program.
Yeah, you're online.
Okay, so I wanted to make my contributions towards. I wanted to make my contributions.
We listen. Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, you're telling Kakasa.
Okay, so somebody asked the question that why didn't they come out to say all these well? And I was saying that there was a time back one of the disciples, the fair lady did not wear a red dress.
Aye.
She came out to talk about the fact that this is what TB Joshua has been doing to them. But because she included in her statement that TB Joshua had an affair with him, people were using that one against her and debunked the statement that he wanted to disgrace the man's ministry. But as she wanted to disgrace the man and break down the ministry too. And check and story in here I was suspending. So it's been something that from time to time a woman or for the come. But because he's bought the system, it's not easy for you to even get away with it.
Yeah.
And of course, why wouldn't you be afraid when you are under a spell? What am I say? And this is Nigeria. If someone has power, and Sister Ghana, and you're easy. Say over sorry kekena or casa anyhow, and I say, who the issue say PA. Your life is at risk, and also no one say I don't know, something else might happen to you that risk now will take in the car and you would regret it. It's going to affect you and your family. So it's not like people didn't really come out to say it after we won for the cameras, and people actually came out to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I remember he came out to talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then me Kaiser say way back now me one Nigerian. Fasa I sorry died anymore. You sometimes Nigeria for you hear a lot of things, but you know, yes, at that time, no, you don't really know what is going on.
Right.
But out there, you realize that, oh, so things have been going there on there those times. I mean, this man made Christianity so second.
Sad, sad.
I mean, I was trying to catch some sleep when I was.
That's it. I was young about found about love on us, found about love and tap love on us every 1 minute to be sis.
Hello, Kill Michelle. No, it's here for you
now. Obiajo so.
It's here for me for my child. Me the assembly to Ghana for him. TB Joshua dear number. Na ye Kenya TB Joshua will call into will be into the Grand Kudanano and cafe. No, Miss Remini Amogana for my titu ye welcome to mono. Kill, and you will show you soon. I mean, they say it will be exma. My childhood friend, a partner, friend, do round coma, or call St. Louis Secondary School. The no cassa girl never were free. I say, what the no code or could be a software a Estasoforo, a cheap. Emma Estasoforo, Ghana Niba Sofo, a holiness church. New York, Nessa Ghana, Semu.
New York.
Estasoforo to be a convincing Madame Fee, girl, ye Madame Fee, you want it to scam. And we're better in America, do round home, my band to the DP take me a friend year to swam, and no can say, woo. Kill, software to me, wine girl, not my girl, next in American passport. Was she the near men in our society, and ma, Edward Mokotna, Ghana, America, you boom semgen.
Wow.
What the Duke which see in it, kill me the girl, no, or be I an America how. Me the later will copy Ghana, me the videos that Shrewa. The common girl no Ghana be yemu shame. And I'm a say ya, and catch Sabra America. Young Quam Bezzy, Nenka, or passport and a shin wash no. Young what's there be America a bonsam gem? May not make us a neda, make it a designer bag. It was a bag and a crab on some dear gram, and I'm a brown main bag in a gramming. Kill Sanya, a soft winny bitty and movie dog on. Actually, imagine and on. And yes, a guru said to be a yaza for 1 hour. It's me quite deep. I suffer need to me separating the panic free the bush.
Wow.
Me say American passport to get on the same was America, you put them. We're 2 what now Ghana. Woo.
And then were Ghana.
Well, I know a call some canning at the Wakoba, but with any fear anymore. I brought sign Kumasi Royal International opposite scale them are me a Wujana Brosign Cracker, which not Brosign and in the car could prefer good a cocoon. But the answer the car cobo no. Dear now, sorry, the night, kill make us say, girl, no mammy, a woo ye. I should question or DJ girl or the linear boy camp. At some point, that girl not as well if you no cry chest as a four near sorry for. Lawyer for memoir and a girl needs me ye. And you who say, well, no mamma did the linear boy in a Eka, to want to choose a linear boy and also make us a linear boy, don't so not do more hacker. Ain't he? se nesa abusuafo bi le fridge la yanka girl me de me ho agapade nyina ma esa so me se esa so for radio ke o mi se me nyana me ne be ya ebenya physical education because senior me am de mani ehunu so what destroy girl me life last minute girl no call Ghana wojina ni fie ni mu aka akotufa no sukuu no
wow
and ka girl what na America ha ne ma na nkwa nkwanko usa nkwanhie go no esta soforo ma ga yi bidu kuchichiri di ti afi ke onu okura speaker kanya mesem okejetia wotu fra America akwa yes ade no Ghana
ade papa shi ara
o say
oye papa shi
chefe kill after gay were slim miss will be of course St. Louis from 90s mu hono yekisu ado rankroma miss kill will be away slim that I want to fast and my gay ya fi wu no process be krama ya wa we nye dia I will make some na kill make a chire wo ye dia ni
wow
miss wo jaro kra won fa nku sra bone nku ko de be sra kra bone kill na easy o miss be kra me bag was me nse bag no na ye bon sam bag na kra me no ye bon sam kra
wow
kill na sam kitwa na make a to asofo no wo mo a ye nua mo a unua bi do nwa kwa abobo esta sofora besra mo ahwe amom ti asempa o me de esta sofora no de na mahunu
na esta sofora nso ne wan oye de oye sofo
Ghana ni baby a wa ye sofo a ebuhu ma na wo ma chichiri wo muti edisesi ya ma apply wo muti du kwa chichiri wo muti ene hwan na wo mu den tade asi wo mu na so wo mu change deeper life wo ki wa ese okọ to be that wo mu do wo mu ho akwaye dey
oh okay
ki also wo nipa bi nya ko wuram mom forget about mubusuani no so mubusuani bi pa de na dwene masa enkofo na wo so dem yankopon wa mmemu a mititwa ani na nsi wo mo nsemu amamo a ke enkoyi
wow
no kwa na make a cho sanka esa so for ka kire madam fu yi se won ne ma no kura wo mu fi wi asa nka madam fu ne be enko be yo
wow
ki o mame ko no obi na bi se na de ni wuo na hye no mesu asesa no woni emenye na ahye no se ya huhu jade and what did you kuchichiri ni ti ki o me the pictures be best send o ube hu de make na make to say this is somebody wo free sikama wo ko St. Louis Secondary School wo ye educated and wo bet na America ha born bra wo tumi de ne ho ma nkofu we after the no wo kika nyamesem and that's what kika nyamesem ni gisto esa so for us one kwaji akra menya me no mfa na dance yes o ye skani wo free America so we jadi nyina ho be kanya mesem agi akra etina ama fon so agi edi say wo bi e wo si nyame ntu waja bibia ena enipa nso ni wo kuma ase
sa
Kilogaya American as a market stores who could be, KDT stores who could be, I message na Bruce Anya, Wuja and Asokwa. Royal International opposite, so what to Kumasi Abewa Brosaya making. Labanese would grant a team say. Bank Masters and Abro Sanka Kraka, but the chemist at Chiho. Dora Kumati Miss in the passport in 1 year.
Obisi oko heaven, oko heaven.
As I follow, so that's what I feel.
Although I want to over.
Well, not yet. May say as I so forward yet. So me to be power convincing the papa will be a new BTM. Holiness, high holiness, as I say, be a new BTM and a drink kill. Many bushy and needy, now down for big quarter as a best Ramon country bush upon a girl and Adiana war yano. A brainwash you, why am will people. And then when you say, the girl knew no, card of Hobon to kill. A course one son a card you could hear a non year deca. And young when she know, you who said girl Nabra Bobby, yan son woo no. Mr. Opa Gugu door and Chroma says, see, I'll be when the Facebook which I will do, I really clean it, Tinagay up phone. Emsen su okra no onu mu bi. Ye ka fast na ma na say dry fast no so sen yo. Ki onya easy o. Ah wawu aja na ma ho. Make us say owu ye. Ni kunu say da omo ye wedding nti. Ni kunu na asa na japade nya ki o na nsen. Me ne me ma me kasa no fi etu school no no dey say sa abrati wo tu na ho into oba be wale.
We dia sister na obi chro say ai Esther Soforo we asem ya had ye nim ho hwe my sister na kire na adwene about how a situation here then e see ya. It you can
me mu say I asofo no ye nua mu bi ko ma so na wo mu fi so mu ye holy no se nese TB Joshua nsem ya ba ne ade a na nke wote TB Joshua no wote ase na nkofo ka asko ye nyankopon bra ena nsem wo yi ba me de me de mani ehu na me ka me se asofo ni bi ti mi nya tumi wo ye nua no mu bi so de ema ye nua no mu de wo ma dwene no wo mu ni pedie nyina abo abode ema asore no one say ya me see wo bepra no ho ne ema nyina akora mpo because wo mutumi capture ni pa adwene o wo mutumi convince ni po so wa kuma nya den o da na sister bi ka say wono de wo kwa no challenge wo mo so ya achi wo ya wo ma pam no enye depend na na timi challenge wo mo odu on ma wo ka en no ayemre and radio dano de dina samwa ko kan ye say nu on ti bi kura wonan tam no asori abompa yi ntu wo de ahya abaifo say na pa no time was so sorry bompa ye no so when me an sorry sa no de sha abaifo mi wa say da no wan ko dan te me an sorry so utie dina samwa UTV no ono e kan enum nsem time an na ni nte ye de no ye no eti esramo TB Joshua de na bana kill ye candy, but reality ni say ordinary and sorry ni bi wono ma asofo no to me wo nipa e dom no so a wan hwe ya wo betumi ahon no poison aka say munyina amonom ne ye nko heaven wo mo benu makọ kill so nim say e bi asifen.
Oh yeah.
Mama mpama no ndanda
Matthews. Abusia, mama fa other calls. Gosh. Another Nana. And the phone is why she fought. Morning. Pacha wow from Ria me for a while. Nana Kaza.
Let's match at you.
Obiajo.
Ghana near. Last year, I think say all the Senate one would from afar. They will probably some more can I think they will be American. You will be more from afar. But they have some more moving a scary. And you want to see
sir.
And the money side of me, the year obey is so powerful. Now, it didn't because I didn't know. And now, well, you know, a mobile. The way I know always so powerful amount for a month and for them, over out the castle. That's all can go. That is also going. Okay, I don't follow it. If you look at them, so the dear working. And now, yeah, about it. You alone found. You say, I look at it. You're talking about your back last week. This media banshee. Move from so, the best possibility. Over kind of our souls. On one sort of the new of bone for children bone. Man, you crab a year, you so tight as well. It's banal the couple. The way a brain was with you, a brain was. And the way, yes, the Mitiano, yet, Ginemedi, the spirituality, the Yabe, the away, so obia, now the Maconi Pen. So, that's like a look at Maconi. American Church. Now, the Senate Spirit. Oh, Cornelia Castle, you are to use that thing.
Ome ka se na make se na kupo ma de bi o ma de.
Sa.
Ya ta na kale ni pa mu pa na bi shop ma ne ma nko yi. And I'm down with me down when it's watching me. That's also now we say no, we get radios, no. And so far as you.
Oh.
Or maybe Bob, yeah, I will. I recorded it. The number of radio station, no more.
No more.
Yes, and I suppose to be in that radio net. You studio next one of my no afraid. Oh, something thing I'm a table for them too. I've already I don't know. That's what I hope. This year, you don't seem to be crowd of the Roman road and Tika class up one, but dear for sure. Every one can say, according to me, only Panam is doing okay, come back as in the air. So I'll come out to my channel, say, same thing now, what behind now, when you think what on
hey,
so we do all more, see how she's meaning in island. And I'm here in island and this year. Yeah, pray about the company. Who you footballer? I said, I said, Master, may walk on the movie.
On to Lina.
Got that. I said, you so long to matter me more border, Mr. Wa. Me, Yaman and Kuri Mammy and the Abraham. As I saw, I can say, make up to me, you be a whiskey car. They got 6 million. Namin Power. Namin Pop. Make a in any white taxi, Namin Family on Yadi, man.
Hey, I better say, you, Mamma.
Oh, I said, you want me. And I mean, 6 million. That's at 20 of us, I make out. That's at 6 million. Me found photo a year about in a good shop. Maybe a bash of grammar. In my empty.
O person wa chesi di sika de sika.
Ah. Well, no, so me here ni no mata. Everything I remember. Let them say, who say, we first somehow no. Who cost na the back? What the effective is here?
Huge power.
Oh, Sako, no say, man, one the king. Because when you ask additional spaces, no. Yeah, they are also person at the back. It's a brain wash. I don't know. I'm not walking.
Oh. Now where you need to take over actually, pa. Kasa. Okay, aba. Kasa.
What? Why you sit not one of me? The beer because we will be said it. Yeah, kill. Let me tell you maybe.
That's
it. I make it. It's not
okay. All right.
It's 2014.
That's it.
Okay.
I will say I'm here for other callers.
Hello.
Hello.
Kill.
Bro, Pajat say.
Pacho be able call also.
Oh, Boko. Pacho. Oh, line or so.
Medasi. I think I'm afraid I check a crash.
Aye.
Yeah. I kill my main can be a crown for baby love. I think a baby love a casa before this lady the one.
Oh, there be no.
Oh, okay. Near the voice, he has a baby love. Okay. What him? 7 points now or make you know about this extra saforo no. Kill me true idea quick shake a crack. And you're no crown. Omuye group. I don't know whether they are cartel. That excuse me, where they're fighting me. That so-called foolish holiness. You're from the holiness group. Yes, the holiness group, you know. Omuye, as that as Saforo na late the pony day, no. Evangelist, ewusi.
Yeah.
Evangelist, ewusi. I think say Papa C.
Yeah.
And this guy, oh, so for your or Ghana, your friends, and Nana Yao Safo. Yes, these are the pillars behind that foolish holiness for no. Now, Adiane ya me jane say, abrochi for mu to kwanya mu abrochi. You are the at least we just one go school cry now. Utu kwanya we ni be. They fell for this foolishness. So-called holiness. No nipa da seni obi te Ghana convince waka cho say abrochi ye hell.
Titubra.
Nkwasia. Missy, when you me to one said this foolish guy almost started here evangelist we see. That evangelist we see no. He started that teachings.
Wow.
Koton with that idea. Koton so Kayama at the point, you know, married women are we yato kawa. Kawa the boy diamono, no umuyom kawa the koton. There was one lady. There was one married lady bia obe confessi ye say evangelist Papa Shi because of onunti evangelist Papa Shi nti wo okoja ni kunu because evangelist Papa Shi say o wari a enye ena dey uja wari so a okọ wari foforo wa bo adwaman den maame no eja ni kunu later no hu say onu Papa Shi na wawie wasakwa ko ware foforo no eye no wanwa so no hu say Papa Shi we di Papa Shi echema we di nkwasi asem. When I was watching the woman, I was asking myself, how foolish can you be? Obi a wucha buchiri na obi a ba be kacha wa dada we say kono koton kawa na aware kwa no eye hell. How? And you know that group no Esther Sapolo, excuse me, tell me, and that foolish lady you know or do Tigana, no that one would tell you no what I say as saying, according to them, no crowd, between you, makeup. They don't apply any makeup to who you bar, who apply any makeup. They be no about training, no shata in the name of holiness.
Wow.
I keep saying, whenever you go to church, whenever you join any religious group, use your brain, let your brain work. Let your brain work. Me, sister, Papa, ya can say me TB Joshua. Any day, say scandal, started say about him, you know. I still get some people go under the meeting of this man. When truth started coming out, this guy is a serious con artist. But that for sure, Ghana under 20, Ghana Kobo under 20, Muyefi. You can't walk up under 20, and I acquire a video. Every child to say, and right the day are you Kobo penalty. Now, only the day are you edge the phone, you should know my direction. I don't know whether Ghanaians remember this video.
Yeah, I think so, guy.
Yes! That way your video said the day you call about the last penalty, no. Not only the day you did the phone, so air kasa. Anyway, as you say, slide tete. That time not Ghana under 20 coach in slide tete. On any kasa, and all check Ghana for the yenye. No, bomb, I am Ghana, and a Ghana for World Cup, no. Ghana for journalists. Passing up, I get you oko delete video, no. Yes, fast delete video.
And I say I remember.
The point I am making is Akwawe scandal started all women he has raped from South Africa, Cameroon, and then they started reporting about it. Yes, still people were not seeing Akwawe or your courtist man. Matisse Mukasa Argentina, why didn't they talk? Why can you talk? When the man has bought the whole entire Nigeria system, how can you talk? Me say, Center, if Africa is serious, I should say 6-story building now, it will see a collapse. Any serious country would have prosecuted this man and jailed him long time.
Let's see court to occur one for number currency on the
one for the number currency one more. One for the number currency court, one court even call one day. And to some assembly police case.
And one of his disciple guy back was say or the $9,000. A man, no man in the Panama. For judges.
Yes. Peanut, just small money no do compensate just to shut their mouth down. Any serious country and Kasakwa way, he wouldn't have gone scot-free. Everything a couple. Mukasa we say, are they now all the victims of Mukasano? Why are they now talking? Can you talk? This man have bought all the system in Nigeria. He will come after you. He has paid all the government. He has paid all the senators.
The government echo the church all the time.
All the time.
Even after the collapse of the building, the government and
good luck, Jonathan. To play upon now, so you could sympathizing with him.
Yeah.
Come and when you collapse here, that president, no one I'm sorry. I'm here to sympathize with the president. With TB Joshua. My goodness. Sure, it's a high time at Christopher. When we go to church, we should use our brains. We should let our brain obi for Bible. Not all Kasema. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions. Sir, I don't know people better to say America, US, as you say Germany, UK, Bonsam Jim, into Tongue Japan, Africa. Oh, warrior, call hell. And then your teaching say our real hell. Oh, warrior, call hell no. Sabi, that foolish man, Papa, he's married. What for your wedding? What worry for your wedding? Meanwhile, a man will deceive one no die on my warrior, no. And then today, all of them have regretted. I mean, sometimes I get shocked why people, some Christians can stoop so low for anybody to deceive them. I get so shocked.
Abroche for the no more. What to me, Abra Benya Visa Abrochi, no more. Obia da says to bra, to bra futuru.
Exactly,
the US now, horror, able same job. Hey,
now I'm calling in the morning, the whole fee evangelism we see, the whole fee. No, catch yourself. And people believe such nonsense. Sold all their properties and went back to Africa. Jimmy forget where you are or Saruka on Gary. This Esther Sapporo, you will keep me a data or bar. I'm a party, Johnny Japadia was in a passport. No, what's Ghana? I'm telling you, that group, no. I don't want my to me share this guy. Nana ya support me share the name me share this guy. So people follow him. I'm not focused on that guy. So
that's it. I wish and then somewhat Fred. Yeah, all the missed calls, my friend, be back. Manager one, my friend, won't you be? Hello, says not say.
I check you now, sir.
Oh, Moko. What to you?
I am a 2013. Now, me kuno be nti me bedru ye no papa no speaker papa ni ma you know this is so na na odishie anointing water and this your friend now what you bomb fire say take more of me and give more of you. Nti that time they do na me say na no go them on here for me. Nti me buy this anointing water no na me go here to free Nigeria okana na me board but na me use na one day me so na you papa no na this year time but me so na you no only birthday o no or 12 to 15. Now, occasionally, you go do the birthday in the next month. Na my head, na my back. You never say, do one of my husband. To me, at that time, to me, now, I lady now, I said, that's a young man. So, one who's out on I wouldn't have to the CNS officer or more exposed papa, so lady now. Only one of man of God be me young say YouTube. Only that I say in that 2017 or 2018
okay.
Until almost that now more hey, you know, you're sorry, I say lady near your or the group of anima, say no man, I did lady Nicola, I say the cafe. One of the singer, Amy or something, you know. Papa then I portion, my room by the name yes, Sunday because of that. May after a busy or 30 minutes, I'm of God, make it also now. Kill the fast and would destroy now, not of the yeah, may next one day for him, may not at the end. And see, Mr. Sunday, I try TV, and I want to know YouTube.
I'm out for the church or say, or Mokai story in the pa.
And my lady, you're going to fully better. I say, oh, lady, because you know, some white people sometimes live a follow 2022. Because of me, because me couldn't try 2013. And if you learn 2013, the manual TV, it is so fit and a pack with
easy. Me cry there right now. No, I say credit as this is so.
Sir, you couldn't up to date in our that so she's on the white letting. I'll come up and answer my no, I agree. If you remember that tonight, because if you are man of God in now, who salad, no, no, person or more exposure, and person or more maybe. Because we do baby, my answer, so call you for your nominee and I took one on a Cameroon for one, Joy, she, me, white man, and you mean, I hate. Not to know one more chance to say, hey, come cool. And you know, do baby, my mimic or cancer, I didn't know how to okay, maybe papa now you jam a fine and then call this to the family. Now the cocoa tree and the baby for one and price out who can't tell me. No matter what, I was some trauma combination and a catcher family, no more the airport. No, so no, you ain't to me yet. I didn't say, I could be white, my back could be now. What to say, we say. I'm not saying no, not or no, last time this small boy be for castle with Jesus to say there. Oh, when I know go outside. If you know me, I want to say, oh, my team, I'm kind of press, be saying a person. No, what's that? No, and then I said,
confused, no?
Confused, not. Yes, so, no, yeah, confused. How say, long time now, more come a family, no. One to me, uncle family, no. I'm here said, oh, Pia, say you're not to say the also. Because that time now, you be catch the work, Papa, like that, oh, and such a little Ọ̀run ní nkàtà nọ̀dọ̀ de wá bá ẹ̀nà ẹ̀dá èdúró bẹ̀ẹ̀bí nso a wọ̀sá àwárí ẹ̀ na ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀hún àtẹ̀jẹ̀ náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ máa ń títí ebe ọ̀bẹ̀kẹ̀ bí ẹ̀rọ sọ wìdí so. Nti nípa no wọ́n àwọn bẹ̀ tìmí lélẹ̀ tìmí àyà àtàtì àbẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ bí ẹ̀nà sọ yẹ́sẹ̀ pàpà ní fẹ́ fíìmù nọ yẹ́sẹ̀ ọ̀nà lọ ọmọ òṣèré kìlọ̀tì àsọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́sọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ so. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bíúdì ẹ̀ṣì ìpomú yìí. Nipa owu ye nyinaa wetumi ama abɔnten ama abɛkata ɛno na mo ba abɛkata ɛno ne ade asɛ ɛtwitwe bebree asom ebi nso so ntete nneɛma bi ase no because how 2013 no ɛyi me maame na maame ɔde hyɛ ɛka no ɛyɛ amfa me paa no me kɔ hɔ bi mu a na mefiri mu a mede tu kwan no nhyia a mede bi bae mede bi bae baby I'm because that time me carry any palace oh if you come up to me to yes papa na me want to show go again omoko aka ho bi na ma me yes me me nya me pesa me to nti sometimes na ma no you pay interesting too much you pay interesting too much ona ma ye di pe bi ye ji aje too much o na ya ja tu na ya di atum sa de se se na ya di atum o da se sa lady na me pass and ni se be se o kaya ke o lady no kra o ka wa mo ya expose no o no first ya that day na ya no started that in ka papa no le wo nya ni marriage sister. Oh, yes, papa, this and that, the show people so many others. And then Nigeria, you obey it.
I'm for sister say Mimi says I would also believe on Sofrana.
Sofrana
TV just
no, May since 2017, May I name one spiritual father, not in believing my name no past maybe 20-something years. But me clothing, I don't also be because but me too final. And I will be there introduced to those man.
Oh, okay. You buy an
all the tools, no me, no, beautiful, or me, and by the minute, I see me say, and then I was saying, I need out. Because I am near now, especially 24 no. Over there, they say recently, not finest. Let me say finest, na me. This is I will see how we do it too much. Also send me one pack. I need to 15 million. If you make I'm saying something, I'm sending 1,000 and then I shop. May you be quite the room for months. May I send it and I'm then I shop. May the man up to one flip you.
Hey.
And to me, I make a choice. Make a choice. Now, so for you, say, Mr. and you say, I'm going to call on you because you say, oh, you know what you are fine, or this training, all good.
Wow.
Sir, and can't tell us so good as ever. To the call people and the phone who said, hey, kindness now, whom say, if you quite say, a team, I was for you. And I'm not baby, I sent to one in 1 million, you may yet me. That's a minimum, number papa, 5,000 Ghana, maybe I'm not a bit to I mean, you want papa, and you may buy it. Now,
wow.
Oh, if I was sometimes, man, so you're not any dog, you're not any dog, everything is founded like 30 or be near you to me yet, wait. If you can only also not, I won't get a butter, But could be Amia make what all go back on the Cameroon was my was she or what? No, Cameroon, but you what or back, yeah. I found a back one movie. For last time, let's look at that on the moving the womb to nominate and the other. And I want them last time to 2 minutes and session say, it's like wallet.
Yeah.
Man, go on, normal wallet. You know, I want to show a little flower, them.
Wow.
So I can't tell one, no clear wallet, no outside the either Cameroon or Burma from Uganda or somewhere where they great country. Also, why they not quite young or Burma and Kumu, or my young way they know about no papa.
Oh, okay.
It's the first bonus and the second bonus. Look, one year where they know what quite young where they know Burma and Kumu, or where they know Burma and Church. It's I said, Nipa Polo, Nipa Ipanatia, Tauka, the Aokasa, Okasa, Pakusi, Nema Bebre, so, then I was saying, I might need to have Mano, and yeah, man, especially because Lema, the Makuma, Yana day. Then I'll be the convention and a Yana, no, a Yana pet. At the year, man, again, to see over to your convention. A better actually Mumba, maybe an unfortunate manner. You know, Mamma, and now Union, the ceremony.
That's it.
My now, because I'm not sure what a yana, you know, this year now or cafe. They are not sure what I just small bottle. And then I am no more vampire man for you almost for one.
That's it. That's it. I was young. I know dear. Say Claire. Say Claire, we die. Sister, stop.
Hello, Q.
That's it.
Hello, Q. Hey, yo. Make sure when you were here for.
Oh, we are just so.
Some way, boho. And can say that and can say about one thing. And what I don't understand is that Papa, we people never question because as a pastor, no more be anywhere. A best prophesy, so you say, be a papa will obey you or something. And wasn't that questionable? Said your pet to work just like that. Wasn't that very questionable? Because why would this powerful man just die like that? And I'm like, that woman back could be not lady ni kasa no what video ni no. Or no static kasa before no. Before the video anything I was this woman was show ya yebekono. Because this man he's talking against, no, a lot of people believe this man and nobody will hurt her well. He does Yebekuna now said something must happen. And I think that was when these BBC people started investigating him. And I have a feeling, said Jama, who says, yeah, me too bad, you know, and I'm not saying who be some may be a movie at poison one way or the other way who not you. And nobody questioned exactly what killed this man. And no one said, you see an intent and that was it. And another thing that was so questionable was, it's like said you're powerful.
Oh yeah.
Now she was just very like nothing. It was so questionable. Everything was so questionable about it. Now me yourself says mommy what video the other one called Shala or something. No good to see or Kasam see mommy in the hoarding. Because when he started talking, he comments last year. He was so attacked. And the Africans, or be any hope, Pia Bekasa, you bet any panana, you be this question. And I say, you bet give you a listening ears to this person. Say, hey, as somebody pay 10 years, you know, you bet you're going to see me a brainy panasta. We will not listen. It's affecting us. Yes, Anka, Papa, we now some about one thing, my chin probably maybe crying and answer, oh. But because we prefer brain as in this took a long time. Unkrofo bisa said they no more can manage. BBC is big. The Omo investigating ye see or more. Do people think about that? And I hear Africans. So yeah, obi who are young kind of want somebody and I hear so if they will wait to this time to bring out those things, meaning there's a lot of people have to hear out there. But your time was Christopher to be tired and my chairman and we were done. This is the time for people to hear you. So we will show we now sorry you go show how to go through it.
Oh yeah, so say never boy na a lady.
So why would they be questioning say I didn't know no more kasa? We are people that so be why you're trying to have some pie, you're trying to have some bonnet. Into say you can't. There is definitely truth in it. Yeah. And Omo Kasa same way, Omo Babon Kasa said this is what happened to them. Omo Yabaku no mu. And almost
even there's another side of 3 people. Total 12 crown aminyai. People 12 different.
No, Abrofu Kasa mo be investigate wa. They will Omo beto Omo boase. Even if they take it will take them years.
Yes.
So those questions, I didn't know the way we know. They shouldn't even answer that because this is the time I said about Bontiman Kofuti. And until San Kofuti, what is going on, the BSC and Yansen, it wouldn't go away. Can we stop asking that? So why now? This is the time, and we should listen. My minister said, what is going on? And it wouldn't have gone up to this. Because you are sure now with your team. Yeah, sure. Now we can't hear him. Yes, yeah, Bonsam. He was very abusive. That man was very abusive, Mama. The very first time I'm making the video, or being someone because of him, yes, Nipani Pacha on him that Daniel no to me. And no call now, sorry. And no, or soon and such as on Nipani Mona out of nowhere say, deliver your baby or something. Now I said Nipani go so just a mission.
Aye. So enona sama na oda ha no ono the other me top right no ono na sama na say bibi oye bia ono na hehye ho no say videos all her ka che lady say deliver your baby right now, that lady name wo hey crazy.
Make sure video in the kind of because something is not right about it. Me like I said, I know little about those people. And Madame Fubika said, and you'll be and not see sir, yet two was sorry ho. It's a synagogue and I sign your number title now. What was that playing in or something? No, my radio is playing it today. Madame Fubika and feel. Let me go watch exactly what synagogue. What is this synagogue? And I mean go here. YouTube. And I'm sure Dean, I have video in pet and you may send me video. Because the scenario was something, it was so why is this possible? Now so young phobia, we can't ask why. Just a minima de codintia, why is that possible? But hey, we are there for and then you make it so real.
And I make say cry na ye bisa questions. What you see? Now who bisa questions so crampo na ubi tu baby cry ba show. She mame ye bo asema ba ya. Ye hating say wan ka say ye o me retract any statement say onu nti wa mani pa bi ati o ma ware ho ana say yabu obi o da so ti na ware ho up to this. About 14 ke say ene ya ka biye ye den nipa mu no o me change story now no me church nsem ya o ma den ya ka biye ye den ye twa so ye solve asem den ye twa so. And this is the problem of our society because when the issue come now you solve it near the annual prepress near jato.
Near Jaho. I've been saying this is a year idea here.
Never yen and it goes through politics.
Yakataso. Now what not say 50. Now say now at now not say 50. This is what we do. We never solve problems. Finding solutions to problem is not what's best for us because even now you're a miracle. It's about time. And Uncofonia some of these identity we will be saying that it's 1 day. We will talk about it. And you will hear everything that they are talking about. Young just say you then I pay no more. I pay and DPC will bring the truth. People are asking for evidence. Evidence will come out. It may even happen that a man and almost that settled some people to go in there, and they investigated him, and it will also be possible. So no question of a panel. See that some man and the Kuna so no one can tell the light because we're sending Marcel and the doors. Have we thought about that? We should decide why now. What is the meaning of why now? This is the time. Anyway,
that's
thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Nana Hema, I am a sister, your friend, sister Alma. Menenda or Canada. Santo Brass, greetings, sis. I was here for hey, Lord, I'm in free. Where you? Oh, one more call. Hey, come back, Maria, I'll be few. I know it's not.
Yes. Good morning. I said, "I drove the answer."
Who's Alan?
I said, "Every year should be all."
Sure. I'm out for crying.
Me, I come in so about my ship. Because I come in can't but I said now, or movie says just like the lady that just spoke. No, what says and go for the question that most people are asking is why now. The question is why not now.
Why not?
It's better late than never. Yep. It's better late than never. So I did be or why about the down say yanka. That means a chief one will never know, and then obi ye and say oh yanka into obi so anything. Point in case, and then I was talking to my mom about this thing in the afternoon. And now, make us almost your TB Joshua a documentary be ever on BBC in on share. Now, minimum what time you will show in Ghana and also okay. The reason being that the papa in a stroke 3 times. The third one is what actually knocked him down. With therapy, he got up some a little bit. It's one mammy a phrase, me papa and Kofuaba. Me auntie, well educated woman, she has PhD in land economy. You would think she will have more, a little bit, excuse me to say, so be a little bit of more sense than or more free a crana by, right? She had a nerve to come and tell my mother, say, me mammy peja me papa. And come TB Joshua Nigeria from Ghana to Nigeria na on channel na who na happen me papa benya yaresa from the 3rd bout of stroke. And I me mama so bisa me say na nye bi oni obi a wasa the stroke na and also woni mo oh baba oni mo bi personally. But Obia, this is an educated woman. Remember, I said she has a PhD in land economy, right? So you would think she would be way more advanced than way than Oma or your mobile. No, or the Kenyans or some like you need to know they're about to drop some wisdom, only to drop some nonsense. And I'm maybe some knows there be only Opisa, but Kufu be brain a con will be a con will be and I make a change and say, okay, say, Nimia Bemanono, no, mammy don't do on 90. Ain't it a way in your Bemaya, a here and say, I'm going to come TB Joshua because on the TB Joshua, what Tinny in passing on TV. When you who he is, or Nene or share me that, when you might be a oye. Ain't it me auntie no eme kuku ne brother no nye dey enko no so we don't me kuku ne enko na there is a waiting period of about 6 to 8 months na ma me pega no e say na se menye ne dey na me fa no nko Nigeria ho no na me nko twen say 8 to what is 6 to 8 months no na ansa na menya appointment ama na ke papa by then kwa na so be free mo na on free mo ana meanwhile he has specialists taking care of him in Ghana. If he wanted to be anywhere outside Ghana, no one was so afraid. Also, there's some things there. Hit you once, twice, 3 times, or 4 times. You kind of like
give up na say wabre or you were yini wrong. It's just that yen and I have to know near the nefa near no equals no physiotherapy and all that then you be on my withdrawn woman sick. But then you beg the girls like, please, because he's our father. And Mammy and me Anthony the interesting thing is me Anthony go over the near for at this moment. It's in Panacho no coin any no anything. That's the question we should ask. And in talking to my mom this afternoon, what she said was like I was asking her, and all I said, "Mama, you're Romanian, Papa, you're Romanian." I grew up as a Catholic. I just waved. Number kill church, kill and kill family church. Kill and kill family church. And me mama na okas me later now we were talking about the mass service now or Catholic church. Most is a big thing. And my make us say, look at all this thing. Look how long it took for all these Catholic boys, all these many years, so over 50, 60 years, maybe. And some of those mass service, air back out to tell us that the priest molested them. You see how long it took? Yep. Some of them are fathers, some of them are grandfathers, great-grandfathers. In their interviews in Osha, they were crying. These are men who have some level of a Yibi society, but that thing now so funny the year Roma so funny the year it never went away. And then my mother added something on which that one the end meaning there that some of them so funny so also have children. So there was a petition that came in the church to say, Roma so for mano, so for me a union. Now only for no could say the way for any day. So the question that somebody is asking, why now, is why not now?
Why not now?
Why not now? Maybe if those times when the Catholic boys had spoken out now, it wouldn't have continued for generations and generations, right? Maybe if the face says, I'm no, TB Joshua Semna, on the only so for me and call what I will kill me himself, or that you no need you need that. I know for a fact that we won't do it. I would be too kind of crap. So, hey, I assume I'm so one until, hey, so poker.
Me contour or for perfume spray. What can I send me a video? Share what can some that was 2016 or 2017. Now, Madame Fubiko, sorry. And I may call Ghana on okay say young call before sorry. So I have some hype now me so any engineer me try me new class say that so see me table so I think say what me other
that she says you feel ka
so I dance DNT ya media so nya dance
every time do that was all talking any place in your house
yeah woman and there so free I dance DNT na
number chocolate na ya wode
guys
and then I am now
and then perfume Nibia spray Nibia that time 2016 2017 no said there spray good sika souls and then say no sika so do you believe one year job yeah so do you believe it you the
won't believe one photo
so I be catch you I
want to know that year no pay your taxes did your money increase or decrease. I promise you that if you go back, you realize your money decreased that year. So we'll go back to your taxes and stuff. You probably another into your account. You probably figure out that year that our finances are going to drop for you.
No, yeah, we should call that day.
One more will be a woman. I am here.
Right, now.
Let me go do high esteem pass and we'll be judged. But in any case, a TB Joshua assembly. The lady now, me patrol. What do you now?
I think you want double body.
Farah, I think you didn't go to now. Can you go to your disciple?
All of the also having a request to crab out.
Are you? Farah, I mean, I do more. Come on, I don't know what is. Farah, the end of Okra.
Oh, dear, twist.
Farah, Joshua. Because your lady now, Nani, said it, Nani, Yaka crab, and our bonitino. This lady has been talking about the man for years. So,
only there's also how long she been there? Say 14 years, right? She said 14 years.
Yes, she's here for 14 years. Yes, but she has been speaking about the man for so long ago. I don't understand why people have never heard her. I only Ghana called Ghana. I think even when she was in Ghana, she did an interview with somebody.
Her document. I think she did a documentary or like a videos also all over YouTube before.
Yes. And okay, about before Bekono said they were so far or asking in idea no what the year near maybe was okay deeply than what the documentary says. She went way deeper than what this documentary actually, because the documentary the comparison of all the women's stories, but they all wanted to buy and it was specific to her as a person. Also way deeper than what was said today on the documentary. And see, that lady has been in the forefront of speaking against Papano for a very, very long time. Now, it seems like, say, a bar, people don't push it. But me as a person, I've seen it at least a few times. Out. I didn't put too much thought into it until me and Rebecca here from Papa and then we all went back to that story and then we just gave it a little small giggle about it and then, let it be ahead. The lady has been talking about it, but like the caller before me said, about normal investigation. They can be within you, around you, be your best friend, like and then be in the so they can get the correct information, investigative tools, normal. When it comes out and they are ready. What's the answer? About to make a more concrete evidence, and yet a year, and yet a fallacy, is factual. They have something now. Who's a bio grano committee? I'm a mutinga said the Nequa way, a phallic is on Tiga said the Nequa cry, and I be on my me win it. No, my withdraw case, and anybody in the number thinking that the person is free. The person is not free. It's because they don't have all the right tools now. A bit me are convicted. Beyond reasonable doubt. So for BBC to come out with what does BBC have that we don't know, right? Because if I need to go about then those people will be wary of their actions. They have to hide some things. And now, lady no buy and right now she has the support of all these people. Some of the men, some of the boys that used to sleep on the floor, and some of these white ladies, and then the other black ladies as well. So I can say. So the differences in ethnicities and geographical locations, be a story you want. So then there must be the truth to something.
Oh, of course. The story all of them are putting up are so similar too.
And you're almost identical to each other. You're almost identical to each other.
Okay.
So he's a question of focus why now? Why not now? Sebio. So be a two grand idea at that time, no issue. But as you grow up and you get the confidence to speak out.
Yeah.
It may be now no confidence to speak out. Let's rather acknowledge them and let them know that we understand where they are coming from instead of asking them why now where you are going to then they find. The interesting thing is Papa guys no so stroke in a gunu. Yes, you stroke now more than a call, baby, or buy 2 months after now, or baby free. Like somebody also said, say a cancer, who knows what killed him. But in actual sense, he died out of the area will be at me free movie. Me, my daddy died out of a stroke, long, prolonged stroke. It is a stroke, it's not a big deal to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And yet, part of growing process, Papa can put in, don't put your young. And I sometimes things catches up with you, and second, third, fourth chance, and then realize that you are still not going to take it now. Then, don't mean I won't hurt people or sweep people away from the kingdom of God. So I won't. And the thing to talk about is right now. Why? And I'm there are 3 episodes, and besides that, they have so many episodes of talking to the people on individual basis. It's a month here now for being 111. Of so many 3 episodes.
Hey, yeah, about 3.
I don't want to jump forward.
Nah, that's the way they start here. We intro.
And Hey, me pese me here at all. And I me pese me talking about what is deep in there. So, and I me bobo the whole kind no keke no. Because I know you said you might probably have to do series on it. So I'm not going to jump ahead of you.
All right.
Yes, sister.
Sister,
let's jump to the end of me jump now.
David, bye-bye.
Me jump, bye-bye.
I will see for more, my friend, why? Hello?
Hello?
Sis, let's say.
Hello? Wait a minute, church, I only what tea for me now.
Don't be adjust.
The patrol, this week, your conversations, you know, I'm not making to Nina.
Oh, are they?
Say, I'm not interested in me, person, me, baby.
Oh, are you good? So, Bambi.
Nah, Papa, for me. Young train, I didn't quiet to see a kakra. Me na eka ho bi na amasa religion no etinya dominate ya twene saa no yesi we ya abofra panyi ya de ayi question no the way ya tete ye no ye busa questions wo classroom kra wo busa question bi bra wo challenge teacher ni but shesa brochre ha ye ba ye kiu entisa
dabe
obi akra ketu akra no busa questions na watimi na dwene no mu ye den ebie she Facebook ne WhatsApp ne ade ba ye ya sofo no mu di kan ka say e ma members kra e ma Facebook na ye
social media
say
abonsam
ewia say be say Bible na ye tidi na ye de tete ye no ye say ye busa question bi bre o Bible ni ma obebo dam adentia because there are a lot of question marks, a lot of unanswered questions in the Bible. In the person who be now be challenge it. The what na fatu to practice it. How can this be? I am a desire sister ya obeka say or can be say Catholic Church no. So can you know me no abroche? I want to say Catholic Church me na empty. Most of them.
I'm real from Kwaneko.
Yes, a tiny baby okra, yenya sofo ya na yenya sorry na afi omototo. How long did it take them for them to investigate them? Then so yenya culture na you woman yenya investigation. Ye bribe near the secure real money akanya nwatum. And kaya ye investigation and kanana ya usafono or demusisia. Me ade bi na ma realize say a mental disorders bia. And what's uncle for anymore is not being studied. And I say, yeah, diagnostic, a young farm. She saw me to make a fool be no better now. Was a make up poise. My partner, literally, or be cop poise. Uncle whom you my way say entirely say any free poise.
And I say, Okwako who sick away in our poise and was Abba. Yes, was Abba dear, my chile.
Yes, Obano Becca say plus and me who will was of we, the Nipa we, and Tino, Atari say no, car na ye driving in a free poise. Meanwhile, one and I have who drive a car. One and I have who she suit. Oh, I want when you mean our mamma and Crawford so entirely almost said no monko naked. Omonko naked because I'm your man, meaning every poise. Sabi omo ye gay omo no ye designers ukruma ye nyina ye nitua muso mo mpa omo asem dia ani omo nso omo dia omo fo mo perfume nyamo so what ya into education na it's cute yam pese ye be educate yourself for approach na ya betena na dia me say sa ani omo we ye be ho ne mo we say alpha hour mo ka ho asem say ya me say obi be go otu mo enye mo pa ba ye Mopa by me see me chrome harmy wo ewa America. Edru time di Ankrani school a omokono. Obia the mopa ban ebon the bansa. Because oko school.
Me say
Emma school no bane.
Me say me maame ko Ghana. Me maame ko Ghana na oko Ghana na ebi okodi for a year or two or what. Utimi to mopa ban said me. Se ko akuje bonsa. No Amelia Banana, no top more books, no Adiaba. That was it. Saba no babaka. Na be sere. O se de da sugugu anti you suba akokra. Na se na de here dey.
Mrs. School no bane omotro letters. Our parents bia say akore bia nya allowed to bring any a ban no e wonensa. Na me bisa say papa see ni sankrofo no. Abrochire ha no mo enye heaven na abrochire ha so ye baby a yetumi ya saade na ade no mo free ha no makọ Ghana. Na Ghana mo e no mo ko practice saade o ma no. Ade no want na abrochire ha nya na ne software no one practices are or technical matter.
Because yes, and won't be brainwashing too many people here too.
Yes. Shall butcher software cry? How long, how much are you investigating or more? A software can say that two or more butcher, Dennis Wagat near the other, and no way. So you may investigate you bring you down because we are corrupt. One kind of crap. Into almost say, almost to top planes and where Benny Hinn cry. Benny Hinn.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, on no, yes, at the end of the day, on no Babe can say, a physician's near the idea of Winano, a free, sending free name. Oh, can you imagine? It's Ghana for Mumma careful, where Ghana soon, I will be specific. Yen I accommodate you see the stories we go out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
what you say, but me,
I'm crying on that social bumper. Na channel no, enya change free obi ko run them no pen wasn't konensa kotia koka remote to so dey change. Kai je dey nipa na wu.
So, TC Joshua asemi on there. Me that time na me free sani o mani ntemi ma follow me that. In the stories near the other TV, but I never went there. She'll be to say, I don't say the, you see, a butcher for what did you see any be brown? Meaning Crofua or mailing a years to much any be brown or no more butcher.
Oh, yeah. You probably,
you know, I deal with any dear. You see, I can't say, she mammy, your boss in me by Yaka, a young Crofobia, Mama Beach now, so a yammy nipa or gusu, Miss Obeko so boom Crofo. I discuss. Because I know so a thing. And as Uncle Fonosono, they are very manipulative. We are one and you know the case, know the Bible, no, and then Yami Bay will say, and say, we died, nobody are shameful for me. And to me, they may say, Moma careful, it was our religion, Samana home. Na Yamayagan now, Lamaya quadro, a quadron and mouse sticky for.
Yes.
One casa could be a book on him, Utia, we ask, me a call doctor, on Chirawa, they could be a woman. If I say me a baby can, of the perfume, if your allergic reactions be bring you, and you might be a change your system, no?
Yeah, you need
in one she Abeka said that you food in a do with you know, piano, a yajune. Another thing before I forget to kill. Once the medications and you may be on swap, and my would die also soon that you. Into why she ya Obeka say, Obi Pamu, and your medication now won't know yet. Once a sleeping medicine, crowd no ma, ultimate soon that yet. Now I say, Wokrano, Obi Pamu, what you just said, oh, come to qua. Obeka said, I'm power kusia with time for now, and your medicine, and then your white musta, woman, you see, I do. Na yinya is uncle for we are do much no. Na Catholic churches pono. Omo ba tete. It means investigating or one investigative popes near the day, and who say omo your practices be what and now sorry no akofom. No matter what, we have to be a baby a pepper out into the Africa and the Ghana. You knew maybe a year and a mama yajunen now ye too quine. Mr. First, me quite sorry say I'm a man is me. Or the mammy dear now go ye. No would dimmy who fell. Say now mood a no cran or catch and now many down no. Mitimi come to not the name Yamis and a home. Some granny ceremony and a yampa. So what they say. And you know, Mumma Yamaya Nina Hosa, Nessa Banyaka, Nayaka, Nay Castle Ghana for the Sana yet. You be Castle Sia and any patrono, no goose, and no buffalo, and what your motivational speaking.
Say, no, masam deno. Dancer.
And One once what a smart guy, waiting a free but over apologize and over cassette. Diana me, yeno, and only a problem.
Now, so when you can't the Adam is so returning the BBA.
Yes. Or the Jessica, what turning around to say, oh, no, I say, dear Matam say, what Jimmy, Mamma Cotanaho, Mamma moving new musica, Munkoye Juma, Munkoye way, but I'll not the ref say. And on a Ghana for your problem, the Nipanebanos, son, who know the nano, and the fire who pay. They are forgiven. And on a Mahama say, you wash your memory, though. Yes, yes. Nanka Q and my penina ye Ghana or di Ghana, the whole Ghana, or two choir, software catch and say, on fana konya, or special konya. What do you see? Come, imagine. Not or my penny educated or won't go forward. So they said, I journey than it trim, not or wakonya or tenaso. Now we, better than a house of Onunia to me. Imagine a home country the ope. Kill my interest on an echo. That's it.
Hey, I was here with a stomach. Hey, I had here. What is I had here? I'm on Bahan. I do not so rough. It's you know. Hello?
Yeah,
sis, who was showing us so?
Let's see. Only two things, you know.
To be a Joseph.
I don't know. I question. I don't know. I question. What's the thing? We are man. We are good.
Yeah.
Then we are to be blind. We are. And to be a bad. We are senator. At the back. So Nigeria. You can't get to cry in Nigeria for a problem. Say, we are seeing that. I can't imagine Nigeria, but we solve Nigeria problem. We now not to Ghana was my first year, and we quote you, Joshua. Now you are moving for you, correct me for her. And then the trust I did so I didn't remember Anna Blana highway. I didn't cry the heavy part. I didn't for particular. I am be such. We use a cremony air tight. Cremony air to collection. And so, let's make us the whole world in Camophone and Woodska. She come on in Camophone. We don't come when we want Camophone Cremo, we don't come away. We move all my pass on for 10 minutes you order. You're quite idea, yep. I didn't blind as flower, we are saying. About the best I say now, sorry. Oh, Friday. And that's a number to Friday.
Oh, okay.
Now, who could now back? You tell full cat, try a day banner. And easy. No, Friday, a Jumon Council, I can't offer to the sea. Kenya say, ever the sea baller, commercial baller market. Of course, I can't afford to the cheap. Now, what do you a Jumon patient, you pick out their call before. Easy. And never call it here, you wire fast where you're feeding. They say, or the Java knew to me passport. But the margin did was Mexico, none who said some were never worried. So I need a young man not to see what. Yet, I'm sorry, I saw the devil you say. I saw the my air called Papa. I saw Florama, I saw the show. University. I for you or no masters were booking. Men, you have one I have to collect you titan. Or be back in school. I saw them support. So money you know possible to depend on our game call what as I said, you saw me a statistics school. Maybe you still be the Rejoice and Mora. You are the clear auntie. I didn't do your dream. Before when you back to
and also some boy can crew Sunday school corner boy can crow. Amaya says, sir.
And boy, about dear, we just a more and a Koranian canton find every papa. We am find every room. We are Zamsa, you take it out when you cry serious. Oh, ni na di kan be wo hye efiri nketuam na se nkwa wo ya akala wo akoto aduane yesi wa ma obi bia onko heaven ni di kan de se hu na hwe na Yesu fie ho da ukọ ye no na Yesu no ọchịchị aduane wo ho ye ọchịchị kora ya mpesika na ekotoye ye di kan de sa ne mana hye tiri enti wa kasa wan tai babra wu se mi ko bi mi yonkukunu amana su eyebone na wu se makam se kan na me ko kam yonku eyebone wa kasa wo common sense enye adwuma babu na be kira wo se eni yonku awu Yankupon no ko ye yanka se wo ene buru nsam ne yanka se wa sansi chi ha yai wo yonku papa ni yankupon no so edu ho wa mi hia wa na nko bewu adaka no ni yankupon so ye de niema bi ahye ye tiri saa wo de ma mi nti obibi me ko SDR sorry e wo school so akese e wo Ghana ma me nya ma agin se me de me be ko bi last year me ka se me back to mo nfa nko very view school fees ya yeje me ma me ne me papa me ma me ye wu no SDM me papa na me ka se bia ya hu no mo di me ma me echi ko bi me na onya 100 and something years SDM okoye o ma to collection yi tight ya be si ne de so yi and so school fees ya na yeje no 110 they bia the akola na edbesande ko school meanwhile and Solomon na ayede after collection adiji tight ya me dey develop and so school now can tell me say me ko SD asole uko SD hospital na kan tell so uko SD asole and you was in me ni daho na wo sika wo save bi na nsem papa frɛ me a SDF fosi asɔre da me mfasika na me se me nso obi aso nkopi asɔre da ye me nim ne senya nkopɔ otie mu so mo na ma asɔre da na mu ntie mu nsi mo ade me sika na me de bebra yi kunafo na omo wa asɔre da mu ho se 1000 na me de ba kira kunafo 5 ni na tama wo mo enyanka na wo ho no tama wo mo ani mo na nshira wo saa sɔre na na mu ntie ti ho na mu wi a bɔne nyina ka asɔre den bɔne atimoden nyina ka asɔre den akwari nsafo kora ye papa kyere asɔrefo akwari nsafo obi a yesi wa to nsem ukɔ veto a wo mukura di papa ɛkyɛ asɔrefo ensu de bia ye ne kope bibi hu emai ye ne be kope bibi ni ehu ye kwa na asɔfo ya tia ria ka ho sisa ba ku dia no ye kwa ba tia ria ka ho how be problem no any problem kitwa and nobody obiani ya so betin do obi akọ heaven so obiani ya sia obetin ya so won nsa e do akọ heaven eye wa ankasa ana ese wo ye wo niema ye wa ankasa ana e wasa wo tutu niema ye before nsa na obetin ya akọ heaven ni bia wakọ bi obiani obetin di wakọ so heaven na ye keka a e wo bible mu no so so bi betin di wakọ a imagine na busia panyin ni ho ne maami ni ho ne mani ho wasu sane manen ne na busia panyin nsa enfo mu nkwa ansa obi ankasa mo obi nkwa asole na emom emma obi nfa wonya akoa so what Ghana was ma sole ko Nigeria sami ko TV Joshua Nigeria ho boni e ka wi asinyina na wona e ka ye papa no woti ma so go sa problem no obofo ama na me ka se owo ho no ma oba afufura na me ho sista ba akọ me nya ma bi se me tu kwan ye didi nkoma na oba mi sister ho ye mi sister yonko panti na afei oba mi yonko na nkunu wu ye no me ye ne papa nti obete masem di oba kane sai abaifu nku wa ha nti ukwana shina wo ye no ujibi na wo sra na wo de ko ayi ana msema ame abaifu nku bi ani wi ase ya no bi ani wa wo betuma kase wati baifu me ni ye baifu amena ana se nipa na ode ma me na sofu unnyina ho unni ba bia ehye ana me basa wachi ne so me nchiro ba bia woda me pa na me jam e dia ma enti obi ani obetumi achi baifu bia obi ani ho a obeka se wachi baifu ati se bia abosom bi na beka se ma bono enso sister e so baifu nku na ne sisi atie sisi ne tia sa wo 2021 baifu nku no wisu ya sisi na ntne They do me friend sister. Oh how?
Na me ba na so yes ya be funku. E ya be funku ya nka say sisi yare nku. Ono ha na ama anya.
My father na papa no wache no ho. Omo nyira ne asise omo na dikogu ho. No mo anan kora na sai ka omo betla media no so ya chichi ni pa na edi omo be.
Loni.
E so ya man adili aduma bla. Adili na aduma ntini pedia no e bla. Unya sika na o de koma wo ma ame a. So fam to bibi nya no ho a, wo de akoma sofo. When sika edi akopie wo ye wo dan ana wo ye obibi wo de akoma wo papa fire you know na wo ma ame akonvince no ni edi akoma sofo. Wo anu ni na di before nkwame se me ba kromo ni hu se nkramofo to kwalashi o to ni bi da ensu sika ni na aka ha ye di ba dia offer ni boxes here ni edi sika hwem entinkofo no ewo sika ankasa wo ye no adoye a wo yi ni yem ye de bia me kasa ye kasa nkramofo tirimade nanso se wa ma ha bi anhia de ye papa o hu se nkrofo ne ye wo ya de ama wa wo yi ni yem no aye ansu Kristo ni me kasa so ba social media so Kristo fo le di atem bi di e gba wi asie nyina wo de comments wo sa papa ya se sei ye so to Yesu mojai comments wo ni post to ase akan bi e be du no bra won ka to mi da ye Kristo fo no akan bi e be du no a Kristo fo ni di atem o social media ha yes ramo ye ma anemo ye ni anu ma matu kwan mu ba kwanto mu sia de wo kuru no so mo ni bi on soro nkotena so ndem we still time awa sori dem omo me ni omo wa ha omo nye nkramofo me ni omo tifie omo ye Kristofo omo ye wo mami ye wo no Bethlehem omo ye Kristofo ye ko anopa 11:30 emo 1:30 ni omo wo fie ne nkonto collection damadi wo machi twice ye nto collection wa sori dem woda so omo wo bi koye na doye a ni yi sika ni de aye nipa na doye ye nwesti e time wa sori dem me se me ba fie ha omo ye Kristofo mi hu se ye kan Bible da mi hu Bible wo fie ha da maame no beta bibi a kire wa ofeli fon so nweyi no de a kire ada na yamfo abidifo ye di Nyankopon ye de aboyebo a wo mo de Bible ba ye no wo mo Bible no enkura wo mo se de ekura ye ya di Bible no e de aboyebo uko Deuteronomy 24 ho a ekata ite ho asem e wo go mi hu sa fon da bia ye kai wo mu da me se me ko ga na mi yi kire mbapa me se papa aha enka Bible no ho ana wasi ade no se kai bia Nyankopon si so mo si Bible ni ye di so na ye di Israel fo ye fre Israel fo nyame dia mo kai di Israel fo nyame no wo ka mo sa di toro mi ha ye mfa ite enye ai wo kai mi ye no to no wo hwe mani nam se mo fa de ndam ho no mo kai da ade ha no enka ho enti mo koyi ba bi e favor mo no na mo dia di esika mo yi ba bi e favor na mo di esika ade mo mi ani na ho e me ma no ko ani problem se e ma no e ma ye ani na ho to no bi enti mi fa ye nko heaven heaven no e ye wan ka sa wuni pa bia e ye wa wuni pa wuni ni tim mantam o papa o be ye no yonku o hia bibi na wo bi a o de be ma no enwa ne hia nkodu yonku ho dansi kuru mu onyono yonku hu bone asa otu am wa adunu mu enya wo fan wunya headache ama won kase bayifu bi ye enkodiri obi ho adun bone mo tiri me ye wo ya enwa no obi a Nyankopon to obi a mu nipa bia wo da wo so da ye nya mi bibi kire wo to wa tena ase na se me so da ye we ade we ne si ye misu da ye we say ne si ye wan kasa tena so do se Nyankopon kasa wo ho na kire se ade we bibia e be si wo wa bra bo ma wo tena se na wo notisi a wo bi se ade we e be si ni hu sei wo ho ni hu sei matman shanen so ana ade we ye si
mateses
ama ni bibia na ye abayifo ya bere na bibifo ya ma ya adwi mu nda ho me da se.
Thank you. Awizia Ajota. Aish. Madam Winyanas. Aye, Madam Winyanas. Madam Winyanas. Patch your bar for Sabo love on a tap love on us. So, and then Monsa tap. So, it's any per se 180, 185. Ubi am faden san top love on us, mammy. Tap love on us, man. Ubi our ham quantity up and sat tap so mammy. Ubuni any dear quasso. She's tap so every minute be one tap so. Now young call 150 right now. Ubi YouTube and sat up like and so team so YouTube team so I was yeah Madam Munyanase ya de dwumadian baba na wie yes so bi am friend kwan bi mu dia ya de baba na wie ya obi kai TB Joshua series no part 1 part 2 part 3 unya adaje no hwe because say unhwe na ye discuss ya tough what you say ye bekom akomu part 1 ko part 2 akomu part 3 ye be chichim what you say usually the part 1 the crash and but part 1 is just kind of intro about 2 and 3 no and maybe at your fans an issue and be fans no your part 1 na 2 and 3 no yakomu deep pa ya focus so abo audio so no yakomu deep na also so the wadrin chere and how out in your man say and you be breaking down because a lot of people saying say especially on Twitter say there is so many hosts in the videos. What you say? People I was watching them now. Yes, and a lot these work 2 and 3. Yes, and the deep is true. People so I was watching some videos and I said people were pointing some main point to be what say why say nipa we appear ha na like yatine no masem but why they don't have no evidence of video whereby I may prove other ladies in the video omo mbekasa and especially part 3 no not all of them and I who omo videos nimbi the for say even though say BBC want the story to be like clean into or much that's because the more people come out the more people believe it, right? Because and it's true. 3 or 4 people but build a story. It doesn't hold any water. Just secondly, in the past, now he was powerful. But you see when you want a lot of hosts spy in this videos are media, as I said minya daje enko deep because me heard a track and then I feel a man for so pointy all this here and then I feel just here continuously as I heard video the second time and then we'll go through it because I say you to me for free every angle be an never na ubi aso ba on so abekere na adwene ubi aso the experience kakra then abe add it to it and then I made the program will go well. So hopefully tomorrow yes we can do a second part of it and then we'll move on hopefully to the third one. I was here we don't miss here you try 3 hours sheesh you say dear 190 DM did you know me easy I was here thank you have amazing day. Oba na one shall boni any dear one so share my invite to be in a tag will be I see serious and then I started I'm out for so do stories baba will be about sharing experience how on this soft binya encounter things that didn't go well and that person he or she might feel like say that pastor no dupe or dupuno and I say the problem or the buy when to me answer over then turn to something else we can twist the program to a different level because and at the end of the day it will come back to where the main topic is what you say because they say the way people were seeing TB Joshua, and people said this not sound what yet. And this documentary, you know, huge exposé. I know what what you say. Then he pay beside why now the sister baby, I know why not now. What you say? Because when you're dealing with a man of God that way, you're so powerful, you cannot, like presidents, ministers, not only Nigeria, different country presidents, you know, worship on him. Meaning, say he is powerful. And you know, if you remember, say, especially part 3, you know, some of the ladies now move free and now and say they were still being chased. What you see, and they have to find somewhere to lay low, hide, you know. So now all those threats are nearby almost on that. Even though some of the family members now no more Abrosa anymore, a collapse say, and now they were trying to bribe them, no. And then some of them refused that money because they want to go down the deep and find exactly what happened. They lost those family homes, so cry, they end up threatening them and stuff. What you see? And you know, if you haven't watched it, take your time and watch it. So at least when it comes to discussion now, it helps you to flow to for you to understand that. It making it easy for everybody at least. Now also why they what you see. Ebusuya, hi Kikwaku Media. The Munina say, Obadi no sure. Omo ho ban, the obedi job no member ne profit. The unwe here more 2024. Me see I dey ajeta. The Munina say. Thank you. See you later. Madam say, bye bye.